お前はどこまで見えている。俺の死に様か。
It's October 10th evening, and Konoha is still awake, because today they are celebrating the victory over the nine-tailed fox demon. Well, for some it is a holiday, but for others it is mourning. After all, 3 years ago the fox claimed many lives, both shinobi and ordinary people. But let's not remember old wounds and move on to our hero. A little boy was walking along the gateway. He looked about 3 years old, he had blonde hair and in some rags, he was also all dirty. He walked from one trash can to another, looking for at least something to eat. I really want to eat, the boy said and grabbed his stomach. But as soon as he put his hands on it, a juicy blow landed on his stomach in the area of the weight, causing the boy to fly into the wall. We've been looking for you for a long time, someone said from the shadows. Who are you? The guy asked. We are the ones who will send you to Monster, the shinobi who came out of the shadows answered him. Behind this shinobi stood 3 more, at least Chunin. Please don't, the boy asked plaintively, but his offenders didn't care, their blows became stronger and stronger. After about 20 minutes, the guy was lying covered in blood, and the shinobi were looking at him with a wide smile on their faces. Well, it's time for the brat to die, the shinobi said and wanted to finish off the guy with a kunai, but the blow was blocked by another kunai. It's not a shame for you to run around the little ones, said the umbu in a dog mask and gray hair. Umbu are running, one of them shouted, and the shinobi hastened to hide. They are your raven, said the dog, and another umbu in a raven mask appeared behind him, he already had black hair. Yes, I'll deal with them, answered the raven. Okay, I'll help the guy, the dog said and turned to the guy. The umbu in the dog mask was surprised by such cruelty, since the guy was not guilty of anything, but then he realized that nothing could be done with the stupid herd. The dog quickly provided the guy with first aid and decided to take the boy to one of the legendary sanins, Tsunade, so that she could provide full medical care. An hour later, the dog was already at Tsunade's house, and in his arms was a 3-year-old child. The dog did not have time to knock on the door when it was already opened by a woman about 30 years old with blonde hair that was divided into 2 tails. Kakashi, what happened to this child? Tsunade asked. Tsunade-sama, please help him, Kakashi answered and lowered his head. Okay, come in, Tsunade said and let Kakashi into the house. Kakashi entered the house and saw many empty sake bottles, but the silver-haired man decided to remain silent. And he simply followed Tsunade into the room where there was a bed, where he put the boy. Do you know his name? Asked Tsunade. Yes, his name is Naruto, Kakashi replied. It means Naruto, Tsunade said under her breath. Tsunade-sama, I need to go, I still have to give a report to the 4th, Kakashi said. You can go, but after you give the report right here, Tsunade said, to which Kakashi just nodded and disappeared into the shunshin. Several hours passed and our hero finally opened his eyes. Naruto didn't know where he was, but he felt completely safe. The blonde felt that someone was squeezing his right and left hands, and looked first to the right where he saw a woman with blonde hair, and then he turned to the left, where he saw a man with silver hair. Sorry, Naruto turned to the man, to which he only opened one eye and lazily looked at Naruto. You finally woke up, Naruto, the man said just as lazily. Who are you? Asked Naruto. I'm Kakashi Hatake, and I brought you here to help, Hatake answered and stretched. Oh, you're already awake, Naruto, said the woman to the left of our hero, to which he turned his head in her direction. Yes, thank you for everything, Naruto said and bowed his head, and as soon as he bowed his head, a woman's hand lay right on the top of his head. I didn't do anything like that, raise your head, the woman said and Naruto raised his head. What's your name? Naruto asked. I'm Tsunade Senju, Tsunade answered. Wow, I've never seen Senju live, I only read about your great clan in books, Naruto said. So you can read at such an early age, Kakashi and Tsunade were surprised at the same time. Yes, I already learned when I was 2 years old, said Naruto. I see, I can only say one thing, you're a little genius, Kakashi said to himself. Okay, Naruto, you'll stay overnight with me today, and in the morning you'll go home, Tsunade said, but deep down she wanted Naruto to stay with her. Yes, thank you very much, Naruto said and hugged Tsunade in gratitude. To this, Senja hugged him back. After a long hug, our company talked for some time until Kakashi went home and Naruto fell asleep on Tsunade's feet. She didn't object and simply took him to her room, where they fell asleep together. 3 years have passed since Naruto met Tsunade and Kakashi. And now our hero is walking on his birthday to his home through dark courtyards, so that no one sees him and beats him up. Also during these 2 years, Naruto left the village and began to live in the forest near Konoha. But we'll talk about place of residence later. Our hero was running from one alley to another when he felt that he was being followed. What should Kurama do? Naruto asked. Naruto, go left now, and then quickly go around the corner and give me control, Kurama replied. Naruto did everything as his friend said, after which 3 shinobi of at least the rank of Chunin immediately followed him. And where is he? One of them asked. I'm here, Naruto answered in the voice of Kurama. The shinobi turned to the voice and immediately took out a kunai, after which they attacked the boy, but they were repelled by the red chakra. I have no time for games, so die, Kurama growled and killed 3 shinobi in a matter of seconds. Kurama, what now? Naruto asked. Take everything you can carry and run, Kurama replied. And Naruto quickly took the wallets and pouches with kunai, and also found one scroll with rank B techniques. Having collected everything, Naruto hurried away from the crime scene. Naruto spent the rest of the day at home in the forest, where he counted the remaining food supplies and examined his new weapon. But let's not dwell on this day and move on to the next. And the next day Naruto woke up from the fact that someone was screaming very loudly into his subconscious, and our hero descended into the subconscious. What is Kurama? Naruto asked. After asking the question, a golden gate appeared in front of Naruto, and behind the gate sat a 9-tailed demon fox. I took them off, the fox answered. What did you take off? Naruto asked another question. I removed the seal of limitation from your chakra hearth and the seal of submission from your mind, Kurama answered and proudly raised his head up. Wait, what other seal of subordination? Asked the blonde. This seal should have worked when you turned 8 years old, answered the fox. I see, was all Naruto could say. Okay, Naruto, now that your capabilities are not limited, we will train, Kurama said. Hooray, let's train, Naruto shouted and jumped on the spot. Okay, come out and listen to my instructions, Kurama said, and Naruto came out of his subconscious. Coming out of his subconscious, our hero got up from a small bed and quickly got dressed, went to the river, which was located not far from his home. Naruto, you understand that we will first train the physical component, Kurama said. Yes, and I thought we would study techniques from the scroll that I found from those shinobi, Naruto said. No, first physical preparation, and only then techniques, said Kurama. As you say, Ku, Naruto answered and, having reached the river, jumped into it to swim. The water procedures took Naruto an hour and a half and would have lasted even longer if Kurama had not yelled at our hero. Naruto, you won't have breakfast, Kurama barked. What, but why? Naruto asked. We will now have a daily routine, and you violated it by swimming too long, the fox answered. But you just came up with this mode, Naruto said. It's not my problem, Kurama said. Okay, Ku, I don't want to argue with you, Naruto said. Okay then, I took the prone position and did 10 push-ups, Kurama ordered. Yes, Naruto said and began to do it. I will make you a shinobi god, Kurama said to himself. Naruto did everything, and Kurama began to give tracking tasks, which were more and more difficult for Naruto to do due to fatigue. The first training session took about 3 hours, and now Naruto was lying near the river. What is it? The kid is already blown away, asked Kurama. Kurama, give me the strength to crawl to the water, Naruto asked. Oh, you can't do anything without me, the fox answered. Kurama gave a grain of his chakra, after which Naruto was able to get up and walk to the water to drink, and while Naruto drank, his hairy friend thought about the training program. Naruto, Kurama said. What is it? The blonde asked him, stopping drinking water. Tomorrow we will continue training, but for now, rest for the last day, Kurama replied. Why have you become so kind? Naruto asked. Naruto, I haven't fully thought through your training program yet, so for now you can rest, and tomorrow get ready to work hard, the fox answered and went into thought. Okay, then I'll go and get some more sleep, otherwise I didn't get enough sleep, Naruto said and went to his small house to have a good rest before tomorrow's training, because our hero understood that Kurama would be driven to death. As Kurama had promised, he began to chase Naruto the next day and the next and the next. This went on for several weeks until Kurama started teaching theory. Kurama, why do I need this? Naruto asked. I mean, why? It's so that you know the history of the shinobi world. It's very interesting, and I can add that I was present at several events, the fox answered. Seriously, please tell me, the blonde asked. Okay, sit down more comfortably and listen, the fox answered. That's right, Kurama-sensei, Naruto said and sat down leaning against a tree. If my memory serves me correctly, I was present at the battle between Madara Uchiha and Hashirama Senju, and why was I present there? One might say I took part in the battle, said Kurama. Whoa, who were you, Kurama? Naruto interrupted, Kurama. Don't interrupt, I was for Madara, but not of my own free will. The Uchiha subjugated me with his eyes. Well, he won't get personal. As I said, Hashirama and Madara fought against each other, and I can say that for a few seconds I believed that Madara could win, but, unfortunately or fortunately, Uchiha fell at the hands of Hashirama, after which this Senju and his wife sealed me away, Kurama finished. Kurama, how strong was Madara Uchiha? Naruto asked. He was very strong, and honestly at that moment I recognized his strength, and I can also say that he truly justifies the title of God of Shinobi, the fox answered. Cool, then I'll become as strong as him, Naruto said. It won't work, Kurama said. Why? Asked Naruto. Because Madara had Sharingan, and you don't, the fox answered. And what's the best way to get it? Naruto asked another question. Well, it's possible, but it will be very difficult and painful, Kurama answered. Then I'm ready, Naruto said. Take your time. Firstly, we first need to prepare your body for the Sharingan. Secondly, we need someone who can teach you how to use it. And thirdly, we need the Sharingan itself, said Kurama. It's not as easy as I thought, Naruto said. Okay, don't bother yourself yet. We first need to make you stronger. So the theory is over for today and let's go to training, Kurama shouted, which made Naruto jump up from his seat and quickly began to perform. 3 months have passed since that moment and Naruto has improved his physical shape, and we can say that a strong Genin or a weak Chunin will lose to him in physical strength. Also, during these months, Naruto learned the entire history of Shinobi, and Kurama told him about his travels when he was not yet imprisoned. Congratulations, Naruto, today we will learn taijutsu and throw kunai and shuriken, Kurama said. Really? Wow, Naruto rejoiced. But since I don't know taijutsu, you will learn from my memories, and you can also choose the fighting style of Madara. Hashirama, the third Raikage, Kurama began to list how he was interrupted. Madara, I want to learn Madara-sama's taijutsu, Naruto interrupted. Okay, but it will be difficult, because Madara used the Sharingan, but I think we can handle it, Kurama said. Then let's go, Naruto shouted and entered the subconscious. A year has passed since Naruto began studying Madara's taijutsu style, and our hero has made good progress in his skills. We can say that he has become at the level of an average Chunin. He would have become much higher if he had the Sharingan. But I will talk about this in the next part, which will be tomorrow. 2 years have passed since Naruto was able to partially learn Madara's taijutsu, and during this time our hero was able to learn or rather hone the ability to throw kunai and shuriken. So now, he threw throwing weapons no worse than an average jounin, but as was previously mentioned in taijutsu, he is an average chunin. Well, today Naruto sat by the river and pumped chakra through the channels to improve his control, which was already excellent. Naruto, today we can get the Sharingan, Kurama said. Are you serious now? Naruto asked. Yes, the fox answered briefly. Well, where do we get it? Asked the blonde. You and I are going to the bottom of a small waterfall, where our little eye will be, answered the fox. Okay, then lead the way, Naruto said and stood up, simultaneously giving control to Kurama. Well, let's go, Kurama said and, having completely taken control, rushed to the treasured place. A few hours later, Naruto reached his destination and began to wait for his target. While they wait, I would like to describe to you both the physical and mental changes of Naruto. Naruto's appearance changed a lot. He grew long hair that practically covered his entire back, as well as bangs that covered his left eye. He also bought new clothes, a dark red jacket and over it a black vest that looked like a chunin vest. On his legs were black trousers and black combat boots. Well, now let's move on to the psychological part, which was greatly influenced by Kurama. Naruto became more restrained and practically did not show emotions in public except for Tsunade, Kakashi, and his friend Asuma, whom I will talk about later. While I was telling you all this, evening came and Naruto and Kurama stood at the edge of the river and looked up, and at the top they could see their back, on which was the symbol of the Uchiha clan. Naruto, do you see this too? Kurama asked. Yes, this is an Uchiha, Naruto answered. So, I calculated everything correctly, and so Naruto, take out the kunai and rope, the fox said, and Naruto was brought to do it. Tie a rope to the kunai and pour mai and your chakra into them, then throw them straight at him, Kurama explained. This is Kurama's nonsense, he's an Uchiha, it won't be difficult for him to evade this, Naruto was indignant. Believe me, now he is not in a state to evade this, because our chakra will give you incredible speed, Kurama explained. Okay, whatever happens, Naruto said and did as Kurama asked. Naruto picked up the tied kunai and began to quickly spin it. After 10 seconds he threw the kunai at the shinobi standing at the top. Not even a minute had passed before the kunai hit the Uchiha in the back and pierced him through. Naruto, pull, Kurama shouted. Naruto pulled the rope, causing the shinobi to stumble backwards and fall off the cliff. Did we really do this, Kurama? Naruto couldn't believe it, because the Sharingan couldn't be obtained so easily. When did the shinobi fall into the water? Naruto began to carefully approach the floating body, and after checking to see if his target was alive, Naruto was surprised that he was still alive. Naruto, take him to the shore, Kurama said. Okay, Naruto answered briefly and clearly. Our hero put the Uchiha's body on his back and dragged him to the shore. And while our hero was dragging the Uchiha, he was thinking about how his strength would increase after receiving the Sharingan. Naruto dragged the Uchiha's body and, laying it on the ground, began to examine it. The Uchiha looked typical of his clan. With short black hair and a Konoha bandage on his forehead, as well as a taunt behind his back. Naruto, now take his left eye, Kurama said. Wait, I'm not a hemahem, the Uchiha tried to say something, but began coughing up blood. Who's doing what? Asked Naruto. We'll listen to him, Kurama replied. Okay, Naruto said. Our hero sat down next to the Uchiha and raised his head a little so that he would not choke on his own blood. Please do everything to prevent Danzo from getting my left eye. Promise me, please, promise me, the Uchiha asked, squeezing Naruto's hand. What's your name? Naruto asked. Shursui, my name is Shursui, the Uchiha introduced himself. I promise you, Shursui Uchiha, that your Sharingan will not hit and Danzo's hands, and I will not use it for bad purposes, Naruto promised. Thank you, I hope that you will keep your promise and be able to preserve my legacy, and take my taunt as a memory of me, Shursui asked. Okay, I won't forget you, Uchiha Shursui, Naruto said. I am grateful to you, and now I can die knowing that my legacy is reliable. Shisui did not have time to finish. Unfortunately, Shinigami cannot wait, but the Uchiha died with a smile on his face. Naruto took the eye and tanto of the Uchiha. He decided to bury the body, but did not have time, because he heard that someone was coming down to him, and ran away, hoping that it was someone from the Shisui clan and would bury him with all honors. 2 days passed from the moment Naruto remade Shisui's head, and during these 2 days Naruto did nothing except read books and study the abilities of the Sharingan, and Kurama also talked a lot about these eyes. And on the 3rd day, Kurama decided that the eye had taken root and now we could see whether Naruto could use it or not. Naruto, go outside and take off the blindfold, Kurama said. Are you sure, Kurama? So little time has passed, Naruto asked. Yes, I'm sure, the fox answered briefly. Well, as you know, Naruto said and got out of bed and went outside. During these 2 years, while Naruto was studying taijutsu, he was able to make himself a small training ground nearby, to which he was now heading. He arrived at the training ground quickly in about 7 or 8 minutes, and quickly throwing his backpack with equipment near a tree, he went to the center of the training ground. Well, do you think it will work out? Naruto asked. I don't think I know, the fox answered. Naruto stood in the center of the training ground and, removing the blindfold from his eye, slowly began to open it, but when he opened it he did not feel any difference. Kurama, what the nothing has changed, Naruto said irritably. Calm down and just pour some chakra into your left eye, Kurama ordered. Okay, Naruto said and closed his eye, after which he poured some chakra into his eye. Now open it, Kurama ordered. Naruto opened his eye and felt incredible pain, but pulled himself together and began to examine everything around him. Okay, now put the target as far and as high as possible for yourself, and as soon as you do this, turn your back, take out a kunai and throw it as quickly as possible, the fox gave the order. Kurama, I've already done this, what's the point? Naruto asked. You will see a huge difference in speed, Kurama replied, to which Naruto simply shrugged and began to carry out. When everything was ready, Naruto stood again in the center and began to carry out the rest of the check. Our hero quickly took out a kunai and also quickly turned around, throwing the kunai without hesitation, which flew at great speed, which is why it pierced both the target and the tree on which it was located. Wow, was all Naruto could say. You feel the difference. Without the Sharingan you would have to first aim and then just throw, but the Sharingan helped you quickly find your target and just as quickly hit it, Kurama explained. Yes, this is Kurama's incredible speed, but there is one drawback, said Naruto. And which one? Asked Kurama. The Sharingan uses up too much chakra, Naruto said, and the Sharingan in his left eye went out. And he staggered a little. It's okay when you get used to it. The eye will take little chakra from you, Kurama said and gave some of his chakra to Naruto. Yeah, whatever you say, the blonde said and went to the tree to rest a little. Where did you go? The fox asked. I mean where? I'm going under a tree to rest a little, Naruto answered. No rest, you've already rested for 2 days, so go ahead and train, Kurama growled and Naruto began to do it. 6 months have passed and during this time Naruto has made great progress in using the Sharingan. Now he can use it for several hours and more than once a day, as was the case last time. Naruto was also able to completely hone Madara's taijutsu style, and also began to learn how to wield a katana, which he also bought Shisui's Tante. Well, now Naruto stood at the training ground and waited for what Kurama had in store for him. Naruto, do you see the leaves of trees on the ground? Kurama asked. Yes, Naruto answered. So, take 5 of these and hold 2 in the left and 3 in the right, and then pass chakras through them, Kurama informed Naruto. Okay, whatever you say, Naruto answered and did everything as Kurama ordered. Our hero collected the leaves and decided to first pass chakra into his right hand, and when he did this, the first leaf became wet, the second split in half, and the third was covered with something dark. Our hero threw the leaf on the ground. After the perfect action, the dark something began to grow and took the form of a small portal. Where are we, Tusher? Someone coming out of the portal asked. I don't know, Hashiji, answered Tusher, who was unknown to him. Naruto looked carefully at the portal and saw that two people were coming out of it, but their silhouettes were blurry and he could not understand who it was. For years had passed during the trek of Naruto and his grandfathers, and now they were in the territory of the country of lightning, near the village of a cloud. And now our hero was standing in some forest, but suddenly two cloud Ambu jumped out from behind the trees and wanted to attack Naruto, but as soon as they approached him and looked into his eyes, they froze in place. Even the Ninetales couldn't resist the genjutsu of these eyes, so you don't have to try to get out, Naruto said, and at the same time took out a taunt, after which he headed towards the Ambu. Naruto, finish quickly, more Ambu are coming to us, said Tusher, who was watching the whole thing from a tree. Come on, Tusher, let Naruto have fun, said the newly appeared Hashiji. I hope they won't bother us anymore, Naruto said, and with one movement of his hand he cut the throats of both Ambu, causing them to immediately fall and begin to try to close the wound. You don't even have to try, you'll die in a couple of seconds, Naruto added and, putting away the taunt, headed towards Tusher. We're all leaving, said Tusher, opening a portal where they all jumped. And they appeared on the border of the territory of the country of fire and the country of lightning. Our company, without saying anything at full speed, hurried to cross the border and take refuge at one of their shelters. Well, while Naruto and company were getting to the shelter, I'll tell you how he changed. He was dressed in a black kimono with golden patterns and had the third-generation kanji on his back. And on her feet were traditional Japanese sandals, on the left side of her hip hung a black and gold katana, and on the right side hung Shirsui's tante. Also, his hair became even longer and almost reached his knees, and until I forgot, during his travels and use of darkness, Naruto's hair became black. In general, I can say that he became somewhat similar to Madara's younger brother, Izuna. While I was telling you all this, Naruto, Tusher and Hashiji arrived at their shelter, which was located underground. One could say that this would be Orochimaru's old shelter, but when the snake found out who had occupied his shelter, he immediately gave it to his new friends. But let's not get distracted. Naruto was now in a small hall and sat on the sofa with his head thrown back. Naruto, we need to talk, Tusher said. And what about Grandpa Tusher? Asked Naruto. And the fact that we will soon leave you, Hashiji answered. Wait, but I thought that you would stay with me until the end, Naruto said and jumped up from the sofa. Unfortunately, our presence here is no longer possible, said Tusher. But why? Naruto asked. You know that we are only ghosts of ourselves, and we had to go to Shinigami sooner or later, said Tusher, and Hashiji just nodded his head. And there's nothing that can be done, Naruto asked. You can seal them with me, Kurama suggested. No, that won't help, said Hashiji. But why? Naruto asked. Don't be stupid, Naruto, Shinigami will take us, even if we were sealed in you. He doesn't miss such a chance to take someone, Tusher answered. At this, Naruto lowered his head and Tusher and Hashiji saw something falling on the carpet. They immediately realized what was happening to Naruto and there was nothing to say, they just took it and hugged their little Naruto. They stood like that for a few minutes until Naruto calmed down and sat back down on the couch. And when is your last day here? Naruto asked. Unfortunately today, Hashiji answered. That's it, then how will we spend this last day? Naruto asked. Decide for yourself, Naruto, answered Tusher. Okay then, I want to spend the whole day with you at the fair in the nearest village, Naruto said. Why did you decide that today, wherever there will be a fair? Asked Tusher. Well, every day before October 10th there is a fair in all the nearby villages of Konoha, Naruto answered. So, tomorrow you will already be 13, and you will already be quite an adult, Hashiji said and shed a stingy man's tear. Yes, you can say that, Naruto said and awkwardly scratched the back of his head. Okay, then we will celebrate your birthday today, said Tusher. Then let's get dressed and go ahead, Hashiji shouted and everyone went to their rooms. Naruto and his grandfathers quickly got ready and went to the nearest village, and they were lucky because it was half an hour away from the nearest village. This is a day Naruto will never forget because today he and his family had fun until they dropped all night. They went around, tried everything they wanted, played different games, and even let Naruto try alcohol for the first time. That night, the smile never left Naruto's lips. But sooner or later everything ends, and as Tusher said, Shinigami came for them. Naruto did not cry, did not scream or try to somehow come to an agreement with Shinigami. He simply hugged Tusher and Hashigi goodbye, and received their parting gifts, an amulet from Hashigi, and a ring from Tusher. And smiling a sad smile, he saw them off on their final journey. When Shinigami took Tusher and Hashigi, Naruto shed a single tear, but immediately wiped it away and went back to the shelter, because tomorrow he had to return to Konoha, as Naruto promised his ancestors. Naruto reached Konoha in 2 days, and now stood at the gate, thinking about something, about his own. "Hello, will you pass through or not?" asked one of the eternal gate guards, Izuna. "Yes, I was just thinking," Naruto replied. "Then who are you, and the purpose of your stay?" Kotetsu asked. "My name is Naruto, and I came to Konoha to become a shinobi," answered the blue-eyed man. "Are you a samurai?" Izuna asked this time. "You could say that," Naruto replied. "Well, then, to become a shinobi you need to go to the Hokage. Can you find a residence yourself?" asked Izuna. "Yes, I can," Naruto answered briefly. "Then you can pass through," Kotetsu said and let Naruto through. "Thank you," the brunette said and went to explore the new Konoha. During these years, while Naruto was away, Konoha had changed a lot. Everything was so beautiful, children were playing, and old people were talking about how they traveled around the world. There were also a lot of all kinds of retail shops that really beckoned to them, but our hero is not one of those who will buy every sparkle he sees. Oh yes, I got distracted. Now Naruto was not going to the residence, but to the third Hokage. Because the old man, out of old friendship, we could immediately give Naruto the title of Chunin or even Jonin right away. Naruto got close to the old man's house, since it was nearby. Our hero decided that he would surprise Hiruzen and, opening the portal, moved straight to the old man, who was now drinking tea and trying to solve a crossword puzzle, and he was almost surprised when he saw Naruto. "Hello old man, I see you have become even grayer," Naruto said and sat down on the sofa next to the third. "Hello Naruto, I see you have become even stronger and even taller since our last meeting," Hiruzen said and put away the crossword puzzle. "It's only been 2 years," Naruto said. "Okay, Naruto, let's get down to business. Why did my student come to me?" Hiruzen asked and, taking out a pipe, began to smoke it. "Well, as you understand, I returned to the village, and I want to become a shinobi, but I don't want to take the genin exams. You yourself know that I'll even be smarter than you," Naruto answered. "Yes, I know, and as I understand it, you want to receive the rank of at least Chunin," Hiruzen asked. "You're right, as always, old friend," Naruto replied. "Well, this is not for me. You know that I resigned as Kage and now Minato is jealous of everyone," Hiruzen said. "And that there's really nothing that can be done?" Naruto asked. "Of course you can," Hiruzen answered with a sly look. "Oh, you old one. Say whatever you want in return," said Naruto. "You know that our relationship with Suna has been tense lately?" Hiruzen asked. "Yes, I heard something like that," Naruto answered. "Well, you see, the Hokage's son doesn't really want to marry the Kazekage's daughter," Hiruzen began to hint. "I understand what you're getting at. Okay, I agree to the engagement," Naruto said. "That's why I love you Naruto-kun, you're very smart, and I'll talk to some people tomorrow about the Chunin vest," Hiruzen said. "Okay, thank you very much," thanked Naruto and Hiruzen. "Yes, and maybe people will attack you in the evening to test your strength, and if you show a good result, then maybe there will be an extra Jounin vest," said Hiruzen. "Then I will wait for guests, old friend," Naruto said and, opening the portal, walked into it. Naruto appeared near the small house that Naruto had spotted when he, Tusher and Hashigi were leaving the village. Naruto was quickly able to find the owner of this house and bought this house from him for next to nothing. Several hours passed and evening had already come. Naruto was at the training ground, and he received information from his clones that all the new things had been purchased and had already been placed in their places. "How long will you sit on the tree?" Naruto asked, and two Umbu jumped from the trees. One was wearing an owl mask, and the second was wearing a dog mask. "We were sent by Hiruzen-sama to test your strength," said the Umbu in an owl mask. "Okay then, let's get started," Naruto said, and, getting up from the grass, took out his katana. In response to Naruto's actions, the Umbu also took out their katanas and went into close combat. But the close combat lasted only about 3 minutes, and after the owl missed a blow to the temple with the handle, he passed out, and the dog decided to retreat and try at long distances. "Kato, great fireball," the dog shouted and released a huge fireball at Naruto. "Suiton, bite of a water dragon," Naruto said, and, having made a couple of seals, a dragon twice the size of a fireball appeared behind him and rushed towards him. In this case, the techniques collided, and the dragon destroyed the ball, after which it flew at the dog, but he was able to dodge with the help of a replacement. "Raiton, Chidori," the dog said, and a small cloud of lightning appeared in his hand, chirping like birds. "Wow, Chidori, you can still do something," Naruto said. "I'm not like an Umbu captain," the dog said and rushed towards Naruto. "Futon, dance of the winds," Naruto said and, taking out a katana, began to move it through the air, and after a couple of seconds the dog fell, and a pool of blood appeared under him. "I didn't think I'd hurt him so badly," Naruto said, and in a second moved to the dog. After which he began to treat him. The treatment took a couple of minutes until all the wounds healed and the dog opened his eyes. "Well, Kakashi, how do you like my strength?" Naruto asked, which greatly surprised Hatake. "I won't even ask how you understood, but I will say one thing, you have become very strong," Kakashi answered. "I hope you will give a good description of me," Naruto said and smiled. "Don't worry about it," Kakashi replied and moved towards the owl. "Then we'll meet tomorrow at Hiruzen's?" Naruto asked. "Okay, but I'll be a little late because tomorrow I have to pick up my new team of genin," Kakashi replied. "I didn't think that you would take on students." "Well then, see you tomorrow," Naruto said and, with the help of a shunshin, moved home. Where, to his surprise, Hiruzen was already waiting for him, smoking a pipe, and a jonin vest lay near the old man. "Wow, they still have one jonin vest lying around," Naruto said. "Yes, I wanted to give it to you tomorrow, but I thought, why bother," said Hiruzen. "Thank you, old man," Naruto said. "You understand that you will have to take off your kimono," Hiruzen said. "Don't worry, I have a cloak," Naruto said. "Then I'll wait for you at Naruto's place tomorrow," Hiruzen said and disappeared into a white haze. After Hiruzen disappeared, Naruto took the vest and went to his room to rest a little, because a lot happened today. Naruto woke up early in the morning, around 6 o'clock, and decided that he would quickly collect his equipment, and then go to Hiruzen. Our hero headed to the bathroom where, having completed all the water procedures and brushed his teeth, he went to the kitchen. And there Naruto cooked himself an omelette and, having quickly eaten, went to quickly collect his equipment. "What are you doing, starting the movement early in the morning?" asked Kurama. "Yes, I decided to get up early to prepare everything," Naruto answered, and at the same time began to print out the scrolls where there were kunai and shuriken. "Why did you so easily agree to this old man's conditions?" asked the fox. "Firstly, have respect, this is not just some old man, and secondly, I can come to an agreement with the Kazekage's daughter about our relationship, and thirdly, that's enough questions," Naruto answered. "As you say," Kurama said and decided to take a little more nap. In about an hour, Naruto collected everything and, taking out his new cloak from the storage seal, put it on over the top of the Jounin's vest. And now Naruto looked like this, a black cloak with golden kanji, the third generation, on top of a Jounin vest and a black sweatshirt. On his feet were black trousers and dark blue shinobi shoes. Naruto decided not to hide his hair, but tied a bandage on his right hand. "Well, how do I like you, Kurama?" Naruto asked. You look great, Naruto, the fox replied. Thank you, friend, Naruto thanked. You're welcome, said the fox and fell asleep again. Having seen enough of himself, Naruto put on special pouches with weapons and headed towards the third. And the path to the old man was not very close, it was necessary to go through at least half of Konoha to get to him. And while Naruto walked to the third, on the way he met Genin, who had only received their headbands yesterday, and they were all talking about some kind of exhibition battle in the arena in the center of the village. Naruto reached Sarutobi in half an hour and saw Kakashi there, who was reading his perverted book Pass Paradise. To this, Naruto just sighed and went up to Hatake, who, upon seeing Naruto, immediately put away the lustful reading. Sorry I'm late, Kakashi, he apologized Naruto. It's okay, I just came myself, said Kakashi. But let's go to the third, otherwise he's probably already waiting for us, Naruto said and went to the door of the house. I fully support it, that's all he said to Hatake. Naruto. The third knocked and opened the door for him, and without saying anything nodded his head for them to come in. Our trio walked into the living room, where Asuma was sitting and slowly smoking a cigarette. Hello Asuma, greeted Sarutobi, Naruto, and Kakashi. And Naruto, Kakashi is glad to see you. See, come in, sit down, Asuma said and gave way to his friends, and they immediately sat down. Hiruzen sat down opposite these three and, taking out his pipe, also lit a cigarette. You're probably wondering why I called the three of you here, the elder Sarutobi asked. Yes, I would really like to know, Naruto replied. Well, so, you will hold an exhibition battle for our new baked genin, so that they see the strength and so that they want to strive for the same strength as you in order to protect the village, Hiruzen explained. So, Asuma and I will fight against Naruto, Kakashi asked. No, you will be every man for himself, Hiruzen answered. I see, when the battle will take place, Naruto asked. In an hour, Hiruzen answered. Okay then, we'll leave now to make it on time, Kakashi said and got up from the couch, followed by Asuma and Naruto. Just don't fight with full force, you don't want to rebuild the arena later, Sarutobi warned them. Yes, third Sama, all three said and disappeared in a white haze. Our trio appeared in front of the third's house, and decided not to run but just go and talk. They talked and laughed about everyone. Someone remembered how Naruto was a small and incompetent boy, and someone teased Asuma about Kurenai, and Kakashi laughed because he began to hit on Anka. And during these conversations, the trio did not even notice how they came to the arena. Well, who will merge first? Asked Naruto. I am, Asuma answered. I'm sure your team is very upset, Kakashi asked. Kakashi, I sensibly assess my strength, and I understand that even if I can cope with you, I cannot defeat Naruto, Asuma answered. Okay then everything will be decided between us, Kakashi said and looked at Naruto. Yes, I hope you fight seriously this time, Naruto said. Of course I will, Kakashi said. Okay, send us, we're probably already tired of waiting, Asuma said and went into the arena, followed by Naruto and Kakashi. Entering the arena, the trio saw this year's graduates in the stands. There weren't that many of them, as Naruto noticed. But let's not delay and move on to the most interesting part. When the start of the battle was announced, Asuma created a clone and went into close combat with Naruto and Kakashi. To which they responded in kind and began to fight among themselves. The battle was indiscriminate because everyone tried to hurt each other, but it didn't always work. And when the clones separated, and the close combat was already tired, they decided to move on to techniques. Katan, cloud of ash, Asuma said, simultaneously jumping away from Naruto and Kakashi. Futon, impulse, Naruto said and, having folded the seals, launched a wave of wind into Asuma's fragment, which immediately broke apart. Suiton, water dragon, Kakashi said and two large water dragons appeared behind him and rushed towards Naruto and Asuma. And if Naruto was able to avoid this, then Asuma didn't really succeed and he dropped out. and Naruto and Kakashi were left standing alone in the arena. "Well, Kakashi, let's show the genin how to fight," Naruto said and activated his Sharingan. "Of course, they should follow the example of the older generation," said Kakashi and also showed the world his Sharingan. After the two activated their dojutsu, they immediately engaged in close combat. And in close combat, no one was inferior to each other, all blows were blocked on both sides, until a couple of minutes later Naruto picked up the pace and Kakashi began to lose ground. And realizing this, he jumped to a safe distance, after which he immediately began to make seals. "Katan, Dragon Flame," Kakashi said and blew a huge amount of flame at Naruto. "Suiton, Tsunami," Naruto shouted and released a colossal amount of water at Kakashi, which collided with fire and destroyed him. Then Raitun, Raikiri, Kakashi shouted and used his strongest technique and attacked Naruto at full speed. "Darkness, level 3 Devourer," Naruto said and a dark clot appeared in his right hand, which took the form of a small blade and covered Naruto's hand. After all this, Naruto also attacked Kakashi at full speed. And when even they collided, the Raikiri dissipated, and the blade almost pierced Kakashi, but he was able to dodge and retreat. "Wow, Kakashi, you are the first person who was able to dodge the blow of my devourer," Kakashi praised Naruto. "So you absorbed my Raikiri?" Kakashi asked. "Yes, but it was very difficult. I'm still surprised that I was able to absorb such a strong technique," Naruto replied. "I see, that means you didn't know whether it would work or not," Kakashi said. "Okay, enough jokes," Naruto said and looked Kakashi in the eyes, after which he fell. "He made you use 15% of your strength, not bad," Kurama said. "Yes, I underestimated Kakashi, and if we had continued the fight it would have escalated into something serious," Naruto said. While Naruto was communicating in his subconscious with Kurama, he was declared the winner and the third made a speech about how the genin should look up to them and not forget about the will of fire. After going through this whole circus, Naruto returned home and began to think about how to make his devourer stronger, and so he thought until he passed out from fatigue. Several months passed after the exhibition battle and during this time Naruto was sent on missions from rank A to S+, and, according to approximate calculations, he completed A34, S56, S+14. And for all these missions Naruto earned quite a bit of money and now he could afford a much larger house, but our hero decided not to rush into buying yet and just wait until it was really necessary to squeeze it out. In the meantime, our hero summoned the Hokage and very urgently. Therefore, Naruto decided not to hesitate and simply transferred him through the portal to the office. After which, upon entering there, I saw Kakashi's team, but without Kakashi. "Hello Fourth Sama," Naruto greeted. "Hello Naruto, and how many times do I have to tell you, just call me Minato," said the fourth. "Sorry, Minato-san, why did you call me?" Naruto asked. "Yes, we saw Kakashi now on a mission, and there is no one to look after his team, and I would like to ask you to look after them while the task is completed," answered Minato. "Of course, no problem," Naruto said. "Okay then, you will have the task of escorting the carpenter to the land of the waves. I am counting on you to not only look after the team, but also teach them anything along the way." Minato explained everything. "Yes, I'll teach Minato-san what I can," Naruto answered. "Thank you, they have a lot to learn from you, but now go to the village gates, the carpenter will be waiting for you there," said Minato. "Well, let's go, goodbye Minato-san." Naruto said goodbye and his team left the office. "And what now Naruto-sensei?" asked the Hokage's son, Menma. "I don't want the kid, he was just the spitting image of little Minato." "Okay, we'll get to know each other along the way, now go to the ladies and collect everything you need," and in half an hour at the gate, Naruto answered and disappeared in a white haze. Within half an hour, everyone had gathered and were now standing at the village gates, waiting for the carpenter. "Naruto-san, how old are you?" Sakura asked. "I'm 13, Naruto answered, which shocked everyone. "You must be joking," Menma asked. "No, I'm completely serious," Naruto replied. Well, you look about 19 years old, said Sakura. To be honest, you are not the first to be surprised at my age. There were many people who were shocked by these numbers, Naruto said. And how did you become so strong? Asked Sasuke. Hey, Sasuke, have respect for your elders, otherwise, Sakura began but was interrupted. It's okay, Sakura, and in answer to your question, Sasuke, I'll only say that I trained a lot and hard to become so strong, Naruto answered. It's clear what a traitor my brother was, born a genius and just doesn't want to reveal the secret of your power, Sasuke said angrily. No, I achieved everything myself, and as for your brother, I saw him and even fought once, so I can say that he achieved everything not only with talent, but also with fruitful work, Naruto said. To be honest, I'm surprised that the one who fought with my brother is still alive, because that day he didn't leave anyone alive and, Sasuke would have continued talking, but he was interrupted by a blow from Naruto, who immediately knocked him out. Let him sleep a little to calm down, but here comes our cargo, said Naruto and at the same time took Sasuke on his shoulder, and also shook hands with the carpenter. Hello, I'm Tazuna, a carpenter from the land of waves, the old man introduced himself. And I'm Naruto, a jonin, and these are my genin Sakura, Menma, and Sasuke, Naruto introduced everyone in response. What about the third one? Asked Tazuna. Yes, he just didn't sleep all night, and now he needs to rest, Naruto answered. I see, but let's go, said the carpenter and walked out of the village, followed immediately by the others. And so our team hit the road. Several hours had passed since our team left Konoha, and during this time Sasuke had already managed to wake up and go on his own. Tazuna-san, why are you building a bridge? Sakura asked. So that our village and country prosper as before, answered the carpenter. What's wrong with your village? Menma asked. Our village and country are controlled by a terrible person, Gato, answered Tazuna. Yes, I heard about him, they seem to give several million for his head, said Naruto. Do you have a bingo book, Naruto-san? Asked Tazuna. Yes, every self-respecting shinobi has one, Naruto answered. What's in this book? Sakura asked. Well, there are both ordinary shinobi and renegades, and they give different amounts of money for their heads, Naruto answered. Are you there, Naruto-sensei? Menma asked. Yes, I'm there too, Naruto answered another question. Wow, how much do they give for you? Asked Tazuna. Well, the last time I looked there it was about 150 million rubles, Naruto answered, and after that Tazuna choked on sake. And who gives so much for you? Asked Sasuke. Cloud Village, Naruto said. What did you do to them? Sakura asked. Well, I'll tell you about this another time, but for now everyone should stand, Naruto said and stopped a few meters from a small puddle. A couple of seconds later, two shinobi wearing masks and kiri protectors appeared from this puddle. After both shinobi appeared, they immediately attacked Naruto in close combat, but after a couple of minutes they fell down coughing up blood. Yes, this is definitely not a rank C task, but much higher, said Naruto. Naruto-sensei, are you okay? Asked Menma, who had just run up. Yes, everything is fine, take the rope and tie these two, Naruto ordered. The team carried out the order and tied up the shinobi who attacked them, after which Naruto interrogated them and found out that Gato was giving a decent amount of money for Tazuna's head. After interrogation, Naruto killed both of them and sealed their bodies to sell later. Tazuna-san, why didn't you say that Gato put a reward on your head? Naruto asked. I thought if I said that, the rank of the task would skyrocket, as would its price, but I don't have that kind of money, Tazuna answered. I see, okay, we'll continue to complete the tasks, I think we can handle it, Naruto said. Thank you, Naruto-san, thanked Tazuna, Naruto. Okay, let's move on, Naruto said and walked forward, followed by everyone else. In half an hour, Naruto and his team and the carpenter found themselves at the river, where a boat was waiting for them, which transported them to the other side of the river. And on the other side, Naruto ordered himself to behave very quietly and carefully, as if he was afraid of something or someone. And after a couple of steps, this someone threw a huge sword at Naruto, which almost cut off our hero's head, but he successfully dodged, and the sword crashed into a tree, after which its owner also landed on the hilt of the sword. "Momochi Zabuza," Naruto said. "Who do I see? Is it Naruto himself or is the Black Death surprised that you became a shinobi of Konoha?" Zabuza said and jumped off with the swords, simultaneously pulling them out of the tree. "You need a carpenter, did I understand correctly?" Naruto asked. "Yes, and it's better for you to give it up voluntarily," Zabuza warned. "Didn't you think that I'm not in your weight category and I could easily slam you?" Naruto said. "If you don't try, you won't know," Zabuza said and, taking his sword more tightly, rushed towards Naruto. "Futon, blade dance," Naruto shouted and made a couple of chaotic movements with his katana. After this, Zabuza received several wounds and jumped back, realizing that he almost died. "I told you that you don't reach my weight category," Naruto said and was about to make a seal when senbons flew at him, which he easily dodged. And when he raised his head, he saw that Zabuza was no longer in front of him. "Suiton, water pistol," Naruto said and, making a seal, then shot a small amount of water from his finger towards the forest. "This should hurt both of them," Naruto said and heard a small explosion, after which he smiled. "Naruto-sensei, there's something sticking out in your leg," Menma said and Naruto looked at his legs and saw that there was a senbon sticking out in his right leg. Naruto said and fell unconscious. But just before the ground, Menma and Sasuke caught him and, throwing Menma on Naruto's back, they followed Tazuna to his village. Several hours passed from the moment Naruto was brought into Tazuna's house and laid on the bed. And our hero opened his eyes, after which he felt some kind of heaviness on his chest and lowered his head to see the sleeping Menma. Our hero was surprised at this turn of events, but did not lose his head and stroked him on the head, from which he woke up. "Sorry for waking you up," Naruto apologized. "Naruto-sensei, you're alive," Menma shouted and hugged Naruto with all his strength. The rest of the team came running to these sounds, seeing that their sensei had woken up. They were very happy and also hugged Naruto, surprisingly even Sasuke. "Well, okay, calm down, otherwise you'll finish me off now," Naruto said and he was released. "Naruto-sensei, how are you feeling?" Sakura asked. "It's okay, such a weak poison won't kill me," Naruto answered. "Menma, Sakura, I need to talk to Naruto-sensei, you can come out," Sasuke asked. "Yes, of course, let's go Menma, while we prepare something for Naruto-sensei," Sakura said, and she and Menma left. After they left, Sasuke pulled out Shurasui's tant from behind his back and handed it to Naruto. "Where did you get this from?" asked Sasuke. "One person gave this to me before he died," Naruto answered. "Did you kill this man?" Sasuke asked another question. "Sasuke, I promised Shurasui that I would protect his heritage but Naruto could not finish as he was interrupted. I asked, "Did you kill him or not?" Sasuke asked his question, already shouting. "Yes, but before I died, I made him a promise that I would protect his legacy, and this is the memory of him," Naruto answered, and after this answer our hero saw Sasuke's tears. "I hoped until the very end that he could survive. I didn't believe the adults talk about his death. I hoped that Shurasui was alive but..." Sasuke would have continued in a hysterical manner if Naruto hadn't hugged him. "I'm sorry," Naruto said, and after that Sasuke burst into tears even more. This went on for about 15 minutes until Sasuke finally calmed down and wiped away his tears. After Sasuke calmed down, he and Naruto went downstairs where Menma and Sakura were already waiting for them. And also there was Tazuna's daughter, Tsunami, and his grandson Inari. After a hearty breakfast, Naruto called everyone outside. "So today I'll make you a little stronger," Naruto said. "And how?" asked Sasuke. To this, Naruto only walked along a nearby tree, which made the others' jaws drop. "I will teach you to walk on vertical surfaces without hands," Naruto answered and threw 3 kunai to each of his students. "Put a seal of concentration and direct a little chakra into your feet, but remember, if you direct too much, the tree under you will simply break, and if you don't send enough, you will fall," Naruto explained and having gone down, went to the bench to take a little nap. And yes, as soon as you learn this, I will teach each of you one technique of rank B, Naruto added and lay down on the bench and immediately fell asleep. Several hours passed, our hero opened his eyes after a long sleep, and was surprised because all three of them were standing on the top of the tree, which made Naruto allow himself to smile a little. Okay, get down, Naruto commanded, and the three of them quickly descended from the tree. Naruto-sensei, how do you like it? Menma asked. You guys did a good job, Naruto replied. You promised us techniques, Sasuke said. I remember everything, Sasuke, Naruto said, and caught 3 leaves of the tree and gave them to his students. Why is this? Asked Menma. Pinch it between your fingers and move the chakras, Naruto answered, and everyone did so. Menma's leaf split into 2 even halves, Sakura's got wet, and Sasuke's leaf caught fire. It's clear, Menma, you have the element of wind, and you, Sakura, have the element of water, and as expected, Sasuke has the element of fire, Naruto announced. Cool, was all Sakura said. I can teach you Menma and you Sakura, since I have these elements, but you Sasuke will learn the technique from my scrolls, Naruto said and took out the scroll. Okay then, let's get started, Sasuke said. To this end, Naruto created 2 clones and sent them with Sakura and Menma to teach the technique, while he himself remained with Sasuke. And why did you stay with me? Sasuke asked. To give you instructions and point out mistakes, Naruto answered and opened the scroll. What technique will we learn? Asked Sasuke. Great Fireball or Dragon Fire, take your pick, answered Naruto. Well, Dragon Fire is a Class A technique, Sasuke said. Do you want to become stronger or not? Naruto asked. Yes, but I don't want to deceive Sakura and Menma, so I choose the Great Fireball, the Uchiha answered. Well done, but still we will learn both of these techniques, since Sakura and Menma also learned too, Naruto said. You were testing me, Sasuke said angrily. I repent, I'm a sinner, Naruto said. Oh you, Sasuke wanted to say something, but he saw Naruto's serious face and fell silent. Okay, enough talk, let's learn, Naruto said. And they began to learn these complex techniques. Of course, they spent a lot of time on them, about 5 or 6 days, but thanks to this, now team number 7 has become much stronger than it was before. Today was good spring weather, and now team number 7 was not in full force moving towards the bridge that Tazuna was building. And when they came to the bridge, they saw that all the workers were unconscious, and there was some strange fog on the bridge. It's clear, Sasuke, you take on Zabuza's assistant, and you, Sakura, support Sasuke from a distance with the techniques that I taught you, and I'll take on Zabuza. He gave the order to Naruto and took out his katana. Yes, Naruto-sensei, Sasuke and Sakura answered at the same time. After preparations, Zabuza and an Anbu in a green kimono appeared on the bridge. I'm surprised that that technique didn't kill you, because after the explosion there shouldn't have been a wet spot left of you, Naruto said. The technique was very powerful, pure luck helped us, said Zabuza. I see, well then let's start, Naruto said and attacked Zabuza, and Sasuke attacked the man in the Anbu mask. The fight went on evenly between Zabuza and Naruto until our hero passed chakra through the katana, after which he began to turn Zabuza's sword into a stump. But he was not taken aback and jumped back, simultaneously disappearing into the fog. But our hero used the futon technique, gust and dispelled the fog. I didn't expect anything else from a person who was able to defeat the 8 tails, said Zabuza and, having received a strong blow in the gut, flew back to his comrade, who was also defeated by Sasuke and Menma, who had just approached. Zabuza, you lost to the children, Gato said at the other end of the bridge. What are we going to do, Zabuza-san? The Anbu asked. I don't know, Haku, Zabuza answered. Oh Gato, you've been so long, Naruto said. Whom I see is Naruto, an SSS rank mercenary, said Gato. Yes, that was the case, but now I'm a Jonin of Konoha, and you're bothering me, Gato, Naruto said. Come on, out of old friendship, you let me go, Gato asked. I don't remember when we became friends, so no, Naruto said. After which he activated his Sharingan and, looking all the thugs in the eyes, killed them with the help of a very strong genjutsu. Gato, goodbye, Naruto said and took one step forward, after which he moved behind Gato and hit his katana. Samurai technique, spatial cut, Naruto said, and Gato's head fell behind him. Yes, I didn't think that I could see this technique and stay alive, said Zabuza. Zabuza, you can go, Naruto said. Are you serious? Zabuza asked. On one condition, I will never see you as a Nukenin again, Naruto replied. Okay, Zabuza said and, taking Haku in his arms, walked away. And Naruto looked at his team, which was very exhausted, and smiled. I understand that he was able to show them the right path. Well, all the guys went home, Naruto said. Yes, Naruto-sensei, his team shouted. Team 7 stayed in the village for another day and then headed to Konoha with good news. Our team arrived in Konoha quickly within a day, and was already standing at the gates of their beloved village. Well, go home and rest, while I give the report to the Hokage, Naruto said. Yes, Naruto-sensei, everyone answered at once and dispersed. Naruto stood there for a couple of minutes, looking at his students' backs until someone put a hand on his shoulder. They don't even behave like that with me, Kakashi said. They will become good shinobi, watch them well, especially Sasuke, Naruto said and looked with his Sharingan at Kakashi, which made him turn pale. Okay, I'll look after them, I promise, Kakashi promised. Well, then, I'll go, Naruto said and went to the Hokage's residence. While Naruto was walking, he was haunted by some warm feeling, as if he would meet someone very important to him. And this feeling did not deceive him when he approached the residence and Tsunade came out from there. Tsunade was all Naruto could say. What do you need? The woman asked, and when she looked at Naruto, tears began to flow. Aunt Tsunade, Naruto said and hugged Senju. Naruto, it's really you. Tsunade couldn't believe it and began to hug Naruto as tightly as she could. They stood like that for a couple of minutes until they realized how strange it looked from the outside, and broke the hug. Naruto, I'm so glad to see you, Tsunade began. Yes, I'm very happy too, Naruto said. How you have grown and matured, and also dyed your hair, said Tsunade. Know about the consequences of one technique, but don't worry about it, Naruto said. Okay, Naruto, I have to go now, but come to me in the evening, I'll introduce you to someone, Tsunade said. Yes, I'll pass, Naruto said. Well, then we'll meet in the evening, Tsunade said and left, and Naruto went on to the Hokage. Our hero quickly went up to the Hokage's office and entered without knocking, which is why he found the Hokage in not very good condition. Minato-san, how are you? Asked Naruto. Naruto is fine, I'm just very tired, did you want something? Minato asked. Yes, this is my report from the mission, Naruto answered and handed over the report. Minato took the report and began to read it very carefully. And when he finished, his eyes were full of happiness. Naruto, I am grateful to you for teaching my son and his friends all this, Naruto thanked Minato. Come on, Minato-san, everything's fine, Naruto said. Okay Naruto, if that's all you wanted, you can go, Minato said. Yes, that's all, Naruto said and left the office. After talking with the Hokage, our hero moved to his home, where he immediately fell asleep. And he would have slept if he had not realized that he might be late for Tsunade. Kurama, can you wake me up at 5 or 6 o'clock? Naruto asked. Yes, of course, answered the fox. Hearing his friend's answer, Naruto passed out from fatigue. While our hero was sleeping, his furry friend decided to have a little fun in his dreams. Our hero woke up from the fact that someone was yelling at his entire subconscious, and when he went down there he saw Kurama with a terrible smile. Naruto slept for several hours and woke up in a less than good mood, and immediately he entered his subconscious. And there sat Kurama and smiled very widely. Kurama will spoil my dreams again, I'll make the cage smaller, Naruto threatened. Okay, but tell me it was fun, the fox began to neigh. No, it's not fun, Naruto said and left his subconscious, after which he began to get ready. He got ready in about 5 minutes and, leaving the house, decided to stop by the store on the way to buy something for tea. 15 minutes passed and during this time, having bought a cake, and reaching Tsunade's house, he knocked. And Senju opened it to him. "Hello Naruto, come in," Tsunade said and was about to let Naruto through when a beautiful bouquet of flowers appeared in his hands. "This is for you auntie," Naruto said and gave the bouquet to Tsunade. "I hope you have another one," Tsunade said and, taking the bouquet, she let Naruto into the house. "What do you mean?" Naruto asked. "Well, it's better for you to get it from somewhere," Tsunade answered. "Okay," Naruto said and another bouquet appeared in his hands, but now they were red roses. "Great, now let's go to the living room," Tsunade said and led Naruto into the living room. As soon as they entered the living room, Naruto saw a girl who looked to be about 20 years old, with short brown hair, and purple markings on her cheeks. She was wearing a black, tight-fitting shirt that covered her size 2 breasts, over the shirt was a Jonin vest. She also wore a light purple skirt with a ribbon at the waist and slits on the sides, black shorts and burgundy knee socks, and on her feet she wore standard shinobi shoes. "I want to introduce you to each other. Rin is Naruto, Naruto is Rin," Senju introduced the girl. "Nice to meet you Rin," Naruto said and extended his hand. "And I, too, Naruto," Rin answered and shook Naruto's hand, after which our hero realized that Rin was not an ordinary Jonin. "Well, sit down Naruto, while I go and cut the cake," Tsunade said and left the 2 Jounins alone. There was 5 minutes of silence, each of them thought about how to start conversations, and finally Rin broke the silence. "Naruto, why didn't I see you in the village earlier?" the girl asked. "I traveled around the shinobi world, and returned relatively recently," Naruto answered. "What a coincidence, I also returned from a trip only today," said Rin. "It's truly an amazing coincidence," said Naruto. "And when did you receive the rank of Jonin?" Rin asked another question. "A few months ago," Naruto answered. "I see, well, at your age it's not surprising that you got a Jonin," said Rin. "I'm 13, Naruto said, which shocked Rin. "Yes, I really do say that appearances can be deceiving," said Rin. "Have you returned to Konoha for a long time?" Naruto asked now. "Yes, for a long time," Rin answered. "Rin, Naruto, here's the cake," Tsunade said and brought the already cut cake. After Tsunade brought the cake, the 3 of them began to communicate and learned more and more about each other, a lot of new and interesting things. But everything ends sooner or later and Naruto said that it was time for him to go home, and Rin volunteered to accompany him. "Well, see you soon, Rin," Naruto said and extended his hand. "Come on, we're friends now," Rin said and quickly hugged Naruto and disappeared out the door. "What was that just now?" asked Naruto. "Ha ha ha, she liked you," Kurama replied. "I see," Naruto said without emotion and went home. "Hey, why are you a partner?" the fox asked. "Nothing," Naruto answered and cut off the connection with Kurama. And in Tsunade's house something incomprehensible was happening. "Well, how do you like him Rin?" Tsunade asked sitting at the table and drinking tea. "Nothing," Rin answered. "Yeah, well, I think you liked him," Tsunade said. Which made Rin blush a little. "No, it seemed to you," said Rin and got up from the table and went to her room. "Well, as you know, I just wanted to say that he is free, but for how long?" Tsunade hinted. "I don't care," Rin said and went to the 2nd floor. And Naruto came home and, without undressing, lay down on the bed and began to look at the ceiling until he fell asleep. Naruto woke up from a knock on the door, and quickly stood up and ran to open the door at breakneck speed. And when I opened it I saw Kakashi. "Why did you come so early, Kakashi?" Naruto asked. "The Chunin exam is coming soon and you will be the examiner of the 1st and 3rd stages," Kakashi answered. "Is that all you wanted?" Naruto asked. "And Naruto, please give me a couple of scrolls of water for Sakura," Kakashi asked. Okay, here we go, Naruto said, and a small scroll appeared in his hands, which he gave to Kakashi. Thank you, Kakashi, and Naruto thanked. Okay, just come back later, Naruto said. And the Hokage is also waiting for you, Kakashi said. Okay, thanks for warning me, thanked Naruto, Kakashi, who disappeared into a white haze. To this, Naruto only closed the door and quickly took everything he needed and walked quickly towards the Hokage residence. And he arrived there in about 10 minutes and again burst into the Hokage's office without knocking, and saw both the Kazekage and his daughter. Naruto, I'm glad you came so quickly, Minato said. Yes, Minato-san, hello Kazekage-dan, greeted Naruto, the Kazekage. I didn't think that I would see such a strong shinobi like you, Naruto-kun, in the ranks of the Konoha shinobi, said the Kazekage. As I understand it, you know each other, and I don't need to introduce you, but this young lady needs to be introduced, said Minato. I'm Temari no dog, the girl introduced herself. She was dressed in a purple dress, attaching a fan to her back with a red belt. The shinobi wears his headband around his neck. He puts a net on his left thigh and right knee. Her blonde hair is tied into 4 buns. The eyes were dark green. I'm Naruto, the brunette introduced himself. Well, Naruto, you remember your agreement with the third? Minato asked. Yes, Naruto answered briefly. That's good, then you two will be engaged after the exam is over, but for now Naruto showed Temari the village, said the Kazekage. Okay, let's go Temari, Naruto said and left the office followed by Temari. These two left the residence and walked wherever they looked. They walked in silence and this escalated the situation. You probably want to know what kind of agreement I have with the third Hokage, Naruto asked. Could you tell me about this? Temari asked. Since I returned to the village relatively recently, I needed to become a shinobi and the fastest way was to go to 3 and ask him for a favor. But he wanted something in return and I agreed to it, Naruto said. And that suits you? Temari asked. Let's be honest with each other. You, like me, will only pretend that everything is fine until you find someone with whom you will feel good, Naruto answered. What about you? You could get hurt from this, Temari asked. Don't worry, I can negotiate with the Hokage, Naruto replied. Okay, said Temari. Okay, let's go back, I think they've already finished, Naruto said and went back, followed by Temari. They didn't go far from the residence so they got there quickly, and before turning, Naruto took Temari's hand, and they went around the turn where both Kage stood. Kazekage, I'm returning it to you safe and sound, Naruto said and, releasing Temari's hand, he gave it to the Kazekage. Yes, thank you for showing her Naruto's village, Naruto thanked the Kazekage. I didn't do anything like that. Well, see you soon Temari, Naruto said and sank a little, after which he kissed the girl on the cheek, which made her turn red like cancer. Okay, we'll go, see you soon, the Kazekage said and they left. When the Kazekage and Temari left, Minato put his hand on Naruto's shoulder and added a thumbs up. Handsome Naruto, I didn't expect this from you. To glue the Suna princess together so quickly, Minato said and patted Naruto on the shoulder. Come on, Minato-san, Naruto said. No, this deserves respect, but we'll talk about this later, but now get ready for the upcoming Chunin exam, because Kakashi told you that you will be conducting it, asked Minato. Yes, Naruto answered briefly. The exam is in a week, good luck, Minato said and disappeared in yellow lightning. And Naruto simply nodded at this and went home to prepare for the first stage. I won't describe the week of preparation, I'll just say that this week he rarely walked with Temari, and once went to a ramen shop with Rin. Well, now fast forward to the exam, Naruto suddenly appeared in the audience, scaring everyone present there. And so my name is Naruto, I ask everyone to sit in their places and close their mouths, Naruto commanded and everyone quickly ran to their places. When Naruto saw that everything was in place, he continued. And so I'll explain once, to pass this exam you need to answer 9 questions, and 1 oral question, that's all you need to know, and also remember whoever cheats will immediately fly out of here, like his team, said Naruto, and other examiners appeared behind him and began handing out forms with questions. When all the forms were distributed, the exam began. I won't describe the exam, I'll just say when it's time for the last question, less than half is left. And so the last question, but first I want to hear if you are ready, because if you answer incorrectly, you will never be able to pass the Chunin exam again, Naruto said and began to press a little with his ki. And so a couple more people left, and our hero realized that he could finish. Congratulations to everyone who stayed, you passed, and ahead of you on the 10th question, it's not there, it's just a test, Naruto explained and heard the front door opening. Hello everyone, I'm second stage examiner Rin Noera, the girl came in and introduced herself. Hello Rin, greeted the girl, which made Naruto blush a little. Hello Naruto, I see you did a good job, Rin praised Naruto and somehow automatically patted him on the head. Rin, what are you doing? Naruto asked in bewilderment. Sorry, Rin began to make excuses, but Naruto interrupted her. It's okay, I'm not angry, I was even pleased, thank you for the praise, Naruto reassured the girl and smiled a little. You're welcome, but are you free today? The girl asked. Forgive me, after the exam they are sending me to a meeting with the Mizukage, but when I return, we'll go somewhere, I promise, Naruto said. Okay, Rin said in a slightly drooping voice and turned to the others, follow me, Rin added and walked out of the office, not forgetting to say goodbye to Naruto. And he simply nodded and disappeared into the Shunshin and appeared near the village gate. And with all speed he rushed to meet the Mizukage. Naruto reached the meeting place with the Mizukage in a few minutes, and saw there a woman about 25 years old with red hair, she was wearing a blue dress and a Kage hat. Walking next to her was Zabuza and another man with an eye patch over his left eye. Hello Mizukage Dono, I am Naruto, your escort, Naruto greeted the Mizukage and stood on one knee with his head down. Well, why do that, stand up and raise your head, and you can just call me Mei, the Mizukage introduced herself. And I'm Ao, and I don't see the point in introducing the person next to me, because you already know each other, said the man with an eye patch. Yes, we know him, said Zabuza. Then we'll talk along the way, let's go Mei-san, Naruto said and walked forward. Naruto and Mei's delegation reached Konoha in 2 hours, and killed at least another hour and a half to take Mei to the Hokage. And when it was all over, Naruto simply opened the portal and transported himself home, where, not reaching the bed, he immediately fell asleep. Naruto woke up to a delicious smell coming from the kitchen. And when our hero realized everything, he saw Kakashi standing in the doorway. You can't get to the bed already, Kakashi said and sat down next to Naruto. What are you doing here? Naruto asked. Well, you should have come to the restaurant with my team before the second stage, remember, Kakashi answered. Yes, that's right, I overslept, Naruto said and grabbed his head. Forget it, when the guys came to you, we immediately put you on the bed and only when we were convinced that you were not in danger did we go to the second stage, Kakashi said. I see, how are they doing? Naruto asked. I can only say one thing, they already have the Chunin level, Kakashi answered. Are you going to teach Sasuke Chidori? Naruto asked another question. Yes, and the fourth and Jiraiya will teach Menma the Rasengan, but I'm thinking of giving Sakura to Tsunade, Kakashi answered. That's good, just explain to Sasuke that your technique is not used against comrades, Naruto asked. Of course, that's the first thing I'll do, Kakashi said. Who will conduct the qualifying battles? Naruto asked. Rin, what? Kakashi answered and immediately asked a question. I just thought that I would fight, Naruto answered. By the way, what's going on with you and Rin? Kakashi asked. We're just friends, Naruto answered and got out of bed. Okay, I'll go, Kakashi said and disappeared into a white haze. Naruto just closed his eyes to this and began to think about what to do today, but he was distracted from these thoughts by a knock on the door. Who else did the hard one bring? Naruto asked himself and went to open the door, but first pulled on a t-shirt. Naruto quickly walked to the door and, opening it, saw Rin, who, for some reason, blushed and looked away. "Hey Rin, did you want something?" Naruto asked. "Hello Naruto, can we come in, we need to talk," Rin answered. "Yes, of course, come in," Naruto said and let Rin into the house. "It's cozy here," said Rin. "Yes, let's go to the kitchen," Naruto said and went into the kitchen, followed by Rin. Walking into the kitchen, Naruto sat the girl down at the table, quickly brewed tea, poured it for himself and the girl, and then sat down at the table. "What did you want to talk about?" Naruto asked. "Naruto, you probably already realized that I am not an ordinary jonin of Konoha," Rin answered the question with a question. "Yes, I realized that the day we met," Naruto answered. "That's how it is," said Rin and, lowering her head, clutched her skirt. "Relax, I'm also an unusual shinobi, just like you," Naruto said and thereby calmed Rin a little. "So you are also a Jinchuriki, and who is inside you?" Rin asked, raising her head. "The 9 tails," Naruto answered briefly. "And I have 3 tails in me," said Rin. "I know Isoba, that's the name of your tailed one, and he told me everything," Naruto said. "Well, I know his name even without you, but he didn't tell me anything about the fact that you talked to him," said Rin and mentally already wanted to kill Isoba. "Yes, we agreed that this conversation will remain between us, but don't worry, I only asked him about where the other tailed creatures were and that's all," Naruto said. "Okay then," Rin said and exhaled. "What is it?" Naruto asked. "To be honest, I thought that after you found out who I was, you would hate me, but I'm honestly surprised that this didn't happen," Rin answered. "Even if I weren't a Jinchuriki, and I found out that Isobu was inside you, I wouldn't hate you because we're friends," Naruto said. "We're just friends," Rin said under her breath. "What did you say?" Naruto asked. "No, there's nothing, I have to go," said Rin and, getting up from the table, she quickly went out. "Okay, bye," Naruto said and created a clone to go and close the door. So Naruto sat for another 5 minutes until he was pulled into his subconscious by a very angry Kurama, who was ready to kill the brunette. "Naruto, you're an idiot," Kurama said. "And why?" asked Naruto. "She likes you, and you like her too, but you're an idiot, you just push her away," answered the fox. "I don't like Kurama," Naruto said. "Don't lie to me," Kurama said. "I'm not lying to you, because I really don't have any feelings for her," Naruto said. "Liar, you're lying to yourself," Kurama began. "Oh, you flea-filled tenant, you live in my body, and you also accuse me of lying," Naruto said and pulled out a katana. "Who is this flea-ridden puppy?" the fox growled. "Do you see another overgrown fox here?" Naruto asked mockingly. "You're the end of a bald monkey," the fox growled and attacked Naruto, to which he only dodged. The fight between Naruto and Kurama was evenly fought and even sometimes our hero beat the crap out of the fox, but still Kurama was able to take advantage of Naruto's hesitation and defeat him, to which he just snorted. "Well, you lost, now you will do what I say, as we agreed then," Kurama said. "Oh, you fox," Naruto was indignant. "Naruto, you should go on a date with Rin and show that you care about her," Kurama said. "What if I don't do this?" Naruto asked. "Then you can forget about me," Kurama replied. "I won't do that," Naruto said. "Oh so?" asked Kurama. "Yes," Naruto answered. "Well, then get out of here," the fox growled and threw Naruto out of his subconscious. Naruto woke up on the floor, apparently he fell when Kurama took him into his subconscious. But now it didn't matter because Naruto understood that Kurama would not help him now and he had to be replaced somehow, and he could only be replaced by calling. And after thinking for a few minutes, Naruto realized that the fourth had a scroll to summon toads, one of the strongest summons, and, of course, our hero decides to sign a contract with them to summon them so that in any difficult situation they will help him. Therefore, without a moment's hesitation, Naruto jumped up from his seat and ran to get dressed. 5 minutes later he was ready and moved to the Hokage's office, but before entering he knocked and, hearing "come in," He entered the office where Minato was sitting. "What is Naruto?" asked Minato. "Minato-san, I would like to conclude a summoning contract with the toads," Naruto answered, which made Minato wildly happy. "Yes, that's good, then I'll give you the scroll, but first I would like to ask what caused this desire to conclude a summoning contract," Minato asked. "I want to become stronger to protect the village," Naruto answered. "I see that you're not lying, so here's a summoning scroll, write your name in it, and it's better to go outside the village so as not to accidentally destroy the village," Minato said and, taking out the scroll, printed it out. Naruto signed it in blood and left his fingerprints. "Thank you, Minato-san," Minato thanked Naruto. "Okay, nothing like that, but now you can go practice calling, but I'll continue to work," Minato said, to which Naruto only nodded and disappeared into the Shunshin. Naruto moved several kilometers from Konoha, and quickly formed the summoning seals and hit his palm on the ground, causing symbols to crawl across the place where he hit. After which a huge cloud of white smoke appeared, but it quickly dissipated. Naruto saw a huge red toad, with black markings on its face, arms and legs, as well as protrusions on its head that resembled horns. The toad wore a black kimono with a white belt and mesh armor underneath, and a shield wrapped around his back and a Sasumida in his hand. "Who called me?" asked the toad. "It's me, Naruto," our hero answered, and the toad looked down. "I'm Gamaken, one of the 3 toad bosses. Why did you call me?" asked Ken. "I signed the summoning contract with Minato-san, after which I decided to test the summoning technique, and then you appeared," Naruto answered. "So Minato gave you the contract to sign, that explains everything," Gamaken said. "Well, what's next?" Naruto asked. "Everything is simple now. I am your call, and my nephew Gamakichi." "Yes, Gamakichi," Gamaken asked someone, and this someone jumped from his right hand straight onto Naruto's head. "Yes, Uncle Gamaken, I will be his call," answered the little toad. But Naruto was not happy with the fact that someone was sitting on his head and, having removed himself from this miracle, he saw a small orange toad with purple markings around his eyes, mouth and stomach. "Please, brother Naruto, put me back, your hair is too soft," asked Gamakichi, Naruto. "Okay," Naruto said and sighed, placing Gamakichi on his head. "Naruto, if you don't have any more questions for me, Gamakichi and I will go back to our world," Gamaken said. "Yes, of course, everything I wanted to know has already been learned, so you can go back to your place," Naruto said. "Uncle Gamaken, we really can't stay?" Gamakichi asked. "Sorry Gamakichi, but it's time for us to go home," Gamaken answered. "Well, okay, let's go," Gamakichi said and jumped by his right hand to Gamaken. "See you soon Naruto," Gamaken said. "Somehow, we'll invite you to visit," Gamakichi said before disappearing. To this, Naruto only smiled a little, and when the toads disappeared, the smile from our hero's lips disappeared, and his usually not joyful face returned. And in Naruto's head he was happy because now he would at least be able to do something to oppose the tailed ones, if he ever met them. But he didn't rejoice for long, because he realized that the Chunin exam was coming soon and he would again have to work and play the role of Temari's fiancé in front of everyone. 2 weeks have passed since Naruto made a contract with the toads. And tomorrow will be the 3rd final stage of the Chunin exam, and the following passed for it: Menma, Sasuke, Gaara, Temari, Neji, Sakura, Shikamaru. But our hero was now at the training ground, but he was not alone, there was a Gamaken with him who was actively attacking Naruto. "Suiton, water dragon bite," Naruto shouted and, having folded the seals, a dragon appeared behind him, which was larger than Gamaken, and the dragon rushed towards the toad with great speed. "Suiton, water machine gun," Gamaken said, and began to shoot huge water balls at Naruto's dragon, but it didn't help. No matter how many times Gamaken hit, the dragon only became bigger and bigger. Gamaken shouted and tried to evade the dragon, but nothing happened, and the dragon grabbed the toad's neck. "You lost Gamaken," Naruto said and, with a snap of his finger, the dragon disappeared. "Yes Naruto, this time you won," Gamaken said. "What's the score Gamakichi?" Naruto asked the small toad that was sitting on his head. 3. Brother Naruto is no one, Gamakichi answered. That's it, okay, Naruto said. Next time I will definitely win, said Gamaken. As you say, Gamaken, Naruto answered and went under the tree. Brother Naruto, can I come tomorrow to watch the finals of the Chunin exam? Gamakichi asked. Yes, of course you can, Brother Gamakichi, Naruto answered and stroked Gamakichi. Okay then, I'll come tomorrow morning, Gamakichi said. You can go home, Gamaken, I'll return Gamakichi myself, Naruto said. Okay, Naruto-kun, Gamaken said and disappeared. Naruto lay down under a tree and, looking at the clouds, talked with Gamakichi about everything. There was no specific topic, they just talked about life and laughed occasionally. This went on for several hours until Naruto returned Gamakichi to Mount Myaboku. And after leaving, Gamakichi made himself more comfortable and dozed off. Our hero woke up a few hours later, or to put it more clearly, when it was already evening, and when he opened his eyes he saw Rin in front of him, and realized that he was lying on her lap. Rin did not look at Naruto, she was watching the starry sky, and our hero decided to observe a little too. It's beautiful, isn't it? Naruto asked. From such an unexpected question, Rin was scared and shuddered. Yes, very beautiful, Rin answered and looked at Naruto. How long have you been here? Naruto asked, and looked into Rin's eyes. It's already like 3 hours, Rin answered. I see, was all Naruto said. There was an awkward silence in which the two did not take their eyes off each other, but suddenly Naruto felt something long forgotten, and so warm in his soul. Naruto, who am I to you? Rin asked. Rin, listen, let's not bring up this topic, Naruto began to deny, but saw how tears began to well up in Rin's eyes. Why are you doing this to me? Rin began to cry and moved a little closer to Naruto's lips. To this, our hero first activated the Sharingan, and after that the Manjiko Sharingan. Koto Amatsukami, Naruto said and used his eye technique on Rin and made her hate him. Naruto, Rin said quietly, and fell into a deep sleep. I'm sorry, but I can't be with you, Naruto said and caught Rin, who almost fell to the ground. And he quietly laid her on the ground, and before leaving he kissed her on the cheek and began to leave, but stopped. He wanted to look one last time, but he understood that it was impossible. He came home depressed. I don't understand why he doesn't love Rin, he doesn't even like her, or he just didn't want to admit it. He didn't sleep all night. I wonder if he made the rule or not, because, probably, he could have done without it. In the morning, Naruto stood up with a face as if he had died and, going into the bathroom, surprised himself in the mirror and wondered how he had brought himself to such a state. He became as pale as death itself, his hair was dirty, and his clothes were torn. How did I bring myself to this state? Naruto asked himself. Having taken off his clothes, he went into the bathroom and began to draw water to bathe and clean himself up, and while Naruto was bathing, he created a clone and sent him to patch up his clothes. Fortunately, he had a technique that could restore clothes. Naruto had half an hour to do everything and quickly dried his hair and got dressed. After which, taking the equipment, I went to the arena where the exam would take place. Naruto came to the arena where all the spectators had already gathered, including the 3 Kage. And also all the exam participants are already there. Our hero, without saying anything, simply showed a list of who would fight whom and added that the one who would fly in the last round of the first circle would fight Shikamaru. I just want to wish you good luck, and ask you not to kill your opponents, Naruto gave instructions and looked at Gaara. Yes, Naruto-sensei, Team 7 answered. Well, then the first couple Menma and Neji remain, and I ask the rest to go to the waiting area, Naruto said. To this, everyone just nodded and turned around, only Neji and Menma remained, looking into each other's eyes without blinking and without being distracted by anything. You will answer for what you did to Hinata, Menma said. She was weak and that's why she lost, Neji answered and took the fighting stance of the Hyuga clan. I don't care, I'll beat that crap out of you about strong and weak, Menma said and also stood up. Let's start, Naruto commanded and jumped away to a decent distance so as not to interfere with the guys' fight. Menma jumped away from Niji and began making seals in the air. To this, Hugo just smiled and prepared to wait for the Namikaze technique. Futon, vacuum bullets, Menma shouted and launched 36 bullets at Niji. Heavenly rotation, Hugo said and began to spin 360 releasing chakra, which caused a ball to appear that protected Niji from almost all the bullets, but a few still hit him. I'll finish you off, look Naruto-sensei, my strongest wind technique, Menma shouted and began to make seals to summon a tornado. Well, let's see what you learned for now, Naruto said. When Menma made the last seal, he began to blow out a huge tornado that rushed towards Niji. I won't lose to you, Niji began to shout, and began to spin even faster, and also quickly release chakra. A few minutes passed, the tornado dissipated and everyone saw Niji standing on his feet. Naruto was about to stop the fight when Menma began to create a Rasengan. I will finish this fight, Menma said and formed a Rasengan and ran to reach Niji, but halfway to Hyuga, Naruto stopped Menma by hitting his head on the ground. The fight is over, Menma Namikaze has won, Naruto shouted and helped Menma up. Why did you have to hit so hard, Menma asked. Because you've lost your mind, Naruto replied. Sorry, Menma apologized. You have nothing to apologize for, I understand you, go to the others, Naruto said and Menma ran to the others. Naruto announced the next battle, where Temari and Sakura fought, and it can be said that Sakura gave a good rebuff to Princess Suna, but she was still just short of victory. Guys, I won't describe all the fights, the less important fights, so at the end. After the fight between Temari and Sakura, there was a fight between Sasuke and Gaara where there was something to see, but unfortunately this fight did not last long and when Gaara began to turn into one-tailed Naruto suppressed him. Since Sasuke defeated Gaara, he was supposed to fight Shikamaru, but he refused the fight. And Temari, Sasuke and Menma reached the finals. They will fight in the final round against each other. In the meantime, Naruto stood at the wall of the arena and looked at Rin, who at that time was chatting with Tsunade, but suddenly Rin turned towards Naruto, as if she felt that he was looking at her, but our hero managed to turn away in time. Naruto, how are you? Asked Temari, who had just approached. It's okay, everything's fine, as I see, you've started to look at the future head of the Nara clan, Naruto said, which made Temari blush. No, I don't like him, he's kind of too lazy and Temari wanted to come up with something, but nothing came to mind. Okay, don't tense up so much, it's better to relax, because you have the final ahead of you, Naruto said. I know without you, the kunoichi snapped. Yes, as you say, now go to the center, Naruto ordered, to which Temari simply nodded and went to the center to the rest of the finalists. When everyone was assembled, the Hokage and the Kazekage announced that they would not hold the final, because they did not see the point in it, and it would be better for everyone here to have the rank of Chunin, so that the guests would not be upset. Naruto will show them a couple of powerful techniques. At this, our hero just sighed and, making a couple of seals with one hand, summoned Gamaken. Naruto, why did you call? Asked the toad. Gamaken, you and I will have a rematch, Naruto answered. I can't even turn around normally here, the toad was indignant. And you're not at full strength, like me, Naruto said and jumped from the toad. Okay, whatever you say, Gamaken said and took out his staff and went to attack Naruto. Suiton, bite of the great water dragon, Naruto shouted and a dragon appeared behind him, 5 or even 6 times larger than Gamaken. Naruto, you didn't say it with all your might, Gamaken was indignant. This is not all my strength, Naruto said and launched the dragon at the toad. The dragon quickly approached the toad at the constraint of movement like a snake, then bit him on the neck. Why did Gamaken disappear? Naruto won, Minato announced. The crowd simultaneously rejoiced and feared such strength as Naruto, because if you look at it this way, our hero is much stronger than the 4th Hokage and can easily kill him if he wants. And so I ask everyone to calm down, the Kazekage has announcements. Minato calmed everyone down. Yes, I would like to announce my daughter's engagement too. The Kazekage could not finish as Naruto interrupted him. With Shikamaru Nara, Naruto shouted, surprising everyone. Everyone was stunned by Naruto's statement, because the entire top of Konoha thought that he would marry Temari in the future. So be it, Naruto did not contradict the Kazekage. That's good, Naruto said and used the Shunshin to transport himself home. As soon as Naruto got home he was met with a good blow from Tsunade right in the head, from which Naruto was slammed into the wall. Maybe you can tell me what you did with Rin, Tsunade asked and took Naruto by the breasts. What's wrong with her? Naruto asked in response. Naruto, what did you do to her? Answer me. Tsunade was already beginning to boil. I didn't do anything, Naruto answered, and then received a tasty blow to the gut. You used that eye on her, yes, why do you want to isolate yourself from Rin's love? Tsunade asked. From what other love? She told me in plain text that she hates me, Naruto said and received another blow. You don't have to come to me anymore, you're a liar, Tsunade shouted and, releasing Naruto, she hurried away from his house. And our hero was left standing on the wall, and with a broken head from which a trickle of blood slowly flowed. He was so happy for a few more minutes until he got out. After I got out, I went to pack my things for the road. Our hero decided to take a little break from Konoha and travel. Naruto summoned Gamakichi and gave him the order to give Minato a letter stating that he was going on a journey for 4 years. And he himself, having opened the portal, went through it and found himself many kilometers from the village. And sighing heavily, he went where his eyes were looking. For years have passed since Naruto left the village. And our hero was now walking not far from Konoha to Danzo's shelter to take Shirsui's second eye from him. Over these 4 years, our hero has changed a lot. He became, one might say, a second copy of Madara, only there were 2 differences. The first was that his hair was much longer, the ends of which almost reached the ground, and the second difference was that he did not have his right eye, it was covered with a bandage. Also, our hero stopped wearing a raincoat and was wearing an ordinary black jacket over which he wore a time-worn Jonin vest. Everything on his legs remained the same, only a gunbai was added to the weapon, which was attached to his back. And while I was describing him here, our hero had almost approached Danzo's base, when about 50 rude Umbu stood in his way, and Danzo stood behind them all. How long have I waited for you to come to me, said Danzo. Danzo Shimura, you have something that belongs to me, Naruto said and pulled out a katana. Yes, then try to take it from me. Under no circumstances should I kill him, I need him alive, so try to be gentle with him, Danzo said and gave the order to attack Naruto. You're a fool, Danzo, Naruto said and activated his Sharingan. After which he began to lead all Danzo's Umbu into Genjutsu, where he slowly and painfully killed them. This whole thing went on for several minutes until the last Umbu fell from cardiac arrest. Danzo only snorted at this and began to unbandage his hand. Izanagi won't help you, Naruto said and took a step, instantly moving forward to Danzo, simultaneously cutting off his left hand. Bastard, I will kill you, Danzo shouted and tried to use Shirsui's Sharingan, but Naruto slammed Shimura into the ground with one kick. You are a non-entity who can only live at the expense of others, Naruto said and lifted Danzo by the hair. You won't get away with this, the old man began to groan. Even if so, I'm not afraid of anything, I have nothing to lose, Naruto said and tore out Shirsui's right eye from Danzo, and then inserted it into himself. Our hero, taking the eye, killed Danzo, and threw his body to the rest of the shinobi. After which he went to the root base to collect scrolls with techniques and more information about the entire shinobi world that he did not know. He was sure that Danzo could get many dirty secrets from all the villages. It took Naruto several hours to collect all the scrolls, but it was worth it, taking the last scroll with the secret techniques of the village of stone. Naruto used the portal to quickly get out of here. And through the portal he was transported almost to the gates of the village, where he was immediately stopped by Kotetsu and Izuna. Who is he and why did they come to the village? the Eternal Guards asked automatically, not paying attention to the appearance of their interlocutor. "Kotetsu, Izuna, it's me Naruto," our hero answered, which shocked the two Chunin. "Naruto-san, it's really you. I'm sorry you didn't see the Jounen's vest right away," the Chunin began to apologize. "Nothing," said Naruto. "We are glad that you are back Naruto-san, because the time is not very calm now," Kotetsu said. "I know the clouds have begun to heat up the situation in the shinobi world," Naruto said. "Even as things started to heat up, recently they say our Umbu caught their scouts on our territory," Kotetsu said. Yes, I heard about that too," Izuna assented. "That's how it is. Well, let's hope there won't be a war," Naruto said. "Yes, we will, I hope so," both Chunin said. "Well, I guess I'll go, otherwise I have to go," Naruto said and went to his old house. "Goodbye Naruto-san," Kotetsu and Izuna said goodbye to Naruto. Our hero slowly walked through the streets of Konoha and remembered those days when he walked here for hours with Kakashi and Asuma. And as soon as Naruto remembered these two, they appeared on the horizon, with several more people or two guys. One had blonde hair and a Jonin vest, the second had black hair and a Jonin vest, and also with them was a girl with pink hair and also a Jonin vest. Naruto headed towards them to say hello to his old friends and find out who it was with them. And as soon as he approached, Kakashi looked at Naruto and stood rooted to the spot. The others saw that Hatake had stopped and also stopped. "Hello Kakashi, Asuma," Naruto greeted his old friends, to which they could not believe their eyes. "Naruto, is it really you?" Asuma asked. "Yes, it's me, an old friend," Naruto answered, and he received a tasty blow to the gut from Kakashi. "We thought you were dead," Kakashi said and hugged Naruto immediately after the blow. "Why did I die?" asked Naruto. "Well, 2 years have passed since you left and we received information that not far from the border with Willow and we were found your cloak, as well as a lot of blood. Therefore, we decided that you died, but only a limited circle of people knew this," Kakashi answered and released Naruto. "I see, I didn't think you would believe it, Kakashi," Naruto said. "After your abrupt departure, everything went wrong. Danzo made an attempt on the 4th and the Hokage barely survived, then Tsunade seemed to be appointed to the post of Hokage, but after Danzo the Akatsuki came, after the Akatsuki the news came that you were dead and we all tried it's hard to believe, but when we saw the cloak we realized that you were no longer with us." Kakashi told everything. "That's how it is, everything is generally clear to me. There is only one question, who are we? I understand you and Asuma, but who else?" asked Naruto. "We are Naruto-sensei," said the blonde. "Wait, your face seems very familiar to me, but I don't remember where I saw it," Naruto said. "It's me Menma, Naruto-sensei, have you forgotten me?" Menma reminded. "Wow, how you grew up Menma, and as I understand it, you are Sasuke and Sakura?" Naruto asked and looked at the Uchiha and Haruno. "Yes, Naruto-sensei," Sasuke and Sakura said at the same time. "Yes, you have grown a lot, and you have become Jounins," Naruto praised Team 7. "We have become the strongest team in the village Naruto-sensei," said Sasuke. "That's it, I'm happy for you," Naruto said. "I hope we can fight you somehow," said Sakura. "Time will tell Sakura," Naruto answered and looked at Kakashi. "And how are the rest of Kakashi?" Naruto asked. "Well, after you died, Tsunade withdrew into herself for a while and blamed herself for your death, but she was able to come to terms with it, as she says," Kakashi answered. "I see, so I'll show myself to Tsunade first," Naruto said. "Okay, Naruto, let's meet at your place in the evening, we need to go," Asuma said. "Okay then, see you in the evening," Naruto said goodbye to everyone and walked further through the village. Walking through the village, Naruto saw many new Jounin and Chunin, and he also sometimes came across Genin who were walking around furiously discussing something. So he walked for about 20 minutes, looking at Konoha, until he reached the Hokage residence and entered it. He found the Hokage's office very quickly. Before entering, he took a deep breath and exhaled immediately, after which he knocked and heard enter, and as soon as he received permission, he immediately entered. Entering the office, he saw Tsunade at the table, who had not changed at all, and near her table stood a girl in a black kimono and holding a pig in her hands. "Yes, who are you?" Tsunade asked. "Don't you already recognize me, Aunt Tsunade?" Naruto asked in response. "Only one person, Naruto, could call me that, isn't it you?" Tsunade said, not believing her words, because her Naruto had been dead for a long time. "I'm back, Auntie," Naruto said. "No, I don't believe it, you died 2 years ago, and now it seems to me that I see you." Tsunade began to make an excuse. "But I also see him, Tsunade-sama," the girl said, which shocked Fifth. After all, if her subordinate sees him, it means Naruto is really alive. Realizing everything that had happened, Tsunade got up from the table and ran to her Naruto, who is indeed alive, who is now in this very room with her. "Naruto, you're alive," Tsunade said and hugged Naruto as tightly as she could. "This reminds me of something," Naruto said quietly, but decided not to resist and hugged Tsunade back. "I'm so glad that you're alive, forgive me for everything I said to you, and for everything I did," they said, without stopping crying, the fifth Hokage. Well, Aunt Tsunade, you've come unstuck," said Naruto. "I come to you with all my heart, and you're starting to show off again," Tsunade said and lightly hit Naruto on the chest with her fist. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to," Naruto apologized. Okay, let's sit down and talk," Tsunade suggested, to which Naruto only nodded and sat down on the sofa together with his fifth. "Tsunade-sama, bring some tea," the girl asked. "Oh yes, Naruto, meet Shizune, my student and assistant." "No, Shizune, bring us something stronger and leave us for a while, and also don't let anyone in." Tsunade first introduced her student, and then gave her an order. "Yes, Tsunade-sama," said Shizune and, taking out a bottle of sake from her sleeve and also putting down the cups, she hurried out of the office. After Shizune left, Naruto and Tsunade began to make up for the 4 years they had not communicated. So they sentenced until the evening. Of course they didn't go beyond 1 bottle of sake, because Naruto didn't want to drink anymore. And in the end, when Naruto was about to leave, he called Tsunade to his place to celebrate his return together, to which the fifth simply replied that it would pass in an hour. And Naruto also simply nodded and moved home with the help of a shunshin in order to have time to prepare everything for the arrival of the guests, and in order for our hero to use clones in time. And with the help of the clones, he managed it in that hour. When Naruto put the last dish on the table, guests began to arrive. First, Menma came with Minato and Kushina, right after them the sweet couple Sasuke and Sakura. About what they met, he learned Naruto from Tsunade. After them came Kakashi with Asuma, the third, and Kurenai, and at the very end Tsunade came with the one our hero didn't expect to see was Rin. "Hello Naruto," Rin and Naruto greeted. "Yes, hello," Naruto greeted in response and let these two into the house. In general, the evening went well, only Naruto tried his best to avoid communication with Rin, did not look in her direction, and even if she asked, he answered briefly and clearly, without prolonging the conversation. At the end of the evening, there were only 4 people left in the house, the drunken Kakashi and Tsunade, and Naruto and Rin, who washed all the dishes. "Thank you for helping me clean everything up," Naruto thanked the girl. "Come on, I didn't do anything like that," the girl answered and, having washed the dishes, wiped her hands on the towel that Naruto gave her. "Okay, I would accompany you, but I also need to put Kakashi and Tsunade somewhere," Naruto said. "Can I stay with you today?" the girl asked. Yes, of course, Naruto allowed, although he himself didn't understand why he didn't refuse her. Having laid Kakashi and Tsunade in the living room, Naruto and Rin put them there. And they themselves went to Naruto's room, where he gave his bed to Rin, and he went to sleep in the corridor on the floor. After everyone went to bed, only our hero could not sleep. Either it was not comfortable to sleep on the floor, or he was wondering what was wrong with Rin and how his strongest genjutsu could have subsided, or maybe it had simply weakened and Rin hated Naruto more. Our hero would have been arguing this way for a long time if he hadn't heard footsteps, and, looking along the corridor, he saw Rin. Naruto, let's go to bed together, you have a big bed, and don't worry, it won't mean anything, Rin said. Okay, you go, I'll come now, Naruto answered. And Rin left. After which our hero got up and was about to go after the girl, when he felt a strong pounding in his chest and one took his heart, but, without paying attention, he went to his room where the girl was already sleeping, to which Naruto just shook his head and, covering the girl with a blanket, lay down. I moved on to the other half of the bed and quickly fell asleep. Naruto woke up early in the morning as always, and felt something heavy on his chest, looked down and there was Rin's head. To this, our hero just sighed and, using a replacement, replaced himself with a pillow, and Naruto himself quickly went to the bathroom, after which he went to prepare breakfast. And while our hero was cooking, Kakashi had already woken up, sat down at the table and greedily drank a jug of water. What, Kakashi, did you have too much yesterday? Naruto asked. Yes, and very much, answered Kakashi, placing the jug on the table. Well, now you know your norm, Kakashi teased Naruto. Awesome, was all Kafka could say. Okay, go wake up the others, breakfast is ready, Naruto asked and put 4 plates of omelette on the table. As you say, Naruto, Kakashi answered and went to wake up the others. When everyone woke up, they all had breakfast together and began to go home. Only one person stayed at home with Naruto. It was Kakashi, who kept pestering our hero with questions. And what are you going to do now? He asked Hatake again. Well, I'll rest for a week, and then I'll start completing tasks, Naruto answered. I see, Hatake said and sighed heavily. What is Kakashi? Asked Naruto. Yes, I need to train my guys today, they'll chase me all over the training ground again, Kakashi answered. If you want, I can train them today, Naruto suggested. Thank you, Naruto, I won't be in your debt, Kakashi and Naruto began to think. Come on, what training ground do you take place at? Asked Naruto. Number 7, and also Naruto, I have to go and thank you for everything, Kakashi replied and disappeared into a white haze. To this, our hero only raised the corners of his lips a little, and looked forward to a good fight today at lunchtime. Naruto decided to prepare his weapon before the fight. And having laid out the gunba, katana and tenta on the table, he began to clean and sharpen them so that at the right moment his weapon would not fail. In the meantime, he was cleaning his weapon, and at the same time he was building tactics for fighting with this trio, because he understood that they did not get the Jonin vest for their beautiful eyes. It took Naruto 2 hours to do everything, and after looking at his watch, he decided that it was time to move out, because there were only 10 minutes left before the meeting. Our hero left the house and walked to the training ground slowly, realizing that there was nowhere to rush, because training ground number 7 was a 5-minute walk from the brunette's house. Having reached the training ground, Naruto saw Menma, Sasuke, and Sakura warming up. And deciding to scare them, he launched a small stream right in the middle from. To the side, Sasuke shouted and Team 7 jumped away from the place where a small stream of water fell. And they did the right thing, because after she fell there was a powerful explosion. Well done, it will be interesting with you, Naruto said and walked out into the light. So we're training with you today, Naruto-sensei, Sakura said with enthusiasm. Come on, we won't train, Naruto said. What then? Menma asked. I received the title of Jounin but did not gain any more brains. Today I am your enemy and not your sensei, so fight me with your full strength, Naruto answered and pulled out a katana. That's it, then we'll show you, Sasuke didn't finish after a short pause. The strength of team number 7, all 3 shouted. I'd really like to see it, said Naruto, simultaneously passing wind chakra through his katana. Forward, said Sasuke and also took out a katana, immediately used lightning chakra and went into close combat. Naruto and Uchiha clashed in close combat with swords, and we can say that Sasuke with the Sharingan was not inferior to our hero. And while Sasuke was fighting with Naruto, Menma and Sakura supported their comrade from a distance by launching techniques and throwing kunai at Naruto, but he dodged everything and even managed to respond to these two. You have mastered Sasuke's sword well, but you have little combat experience and determination, Naruto said, and with a quick blow to the gut knocked out the Uchiha for a couple of seconds. But when Menma saw this, he immediately used the wind technique and pulled Sasuke towards him, not allowing Naruto to take advantage of the hitch Uchiha. Now Sakura said, and, channeling chakra into her fists, went to fight taijutsu with Naruto. Okay then, let's move on to taijutsu, said Naruto, and quickly putting away the katana, stood in a stance and brought it to block Sakura's blows. It was to block, and not to parry, that our hero understood. Sakura was strong, but she was still far from hitting his blows. And when Sakura had already gotten the taste of battle, Naruto decided to hit back. To this, Haruno blocked one blow and, feeling her bones crunching, decided not to block anymore, but only to dodge and counterattack. This fight also did not last long, and with one quick and powerful blow, hitting Haruno in the stomach, she was incapacitated for the rest of the fight. Yes, these are the strongest team of Konoha, funny, Naruto said and took out a gunbai. Joint attack, Katon and Futon Dragon Flight. Sasuke and Menma shouted and combined a dragon from fire with a dragon known, from which the dragon became 3 times larger and rushed towards Naruto. Suiton, Water Dragon Bite, Naruto said and made the seals with one hand, after which a dragon appeared behind him, 10 times larger than the dragon of Sasuke and Menma. What monstrous power, does my brother really have the same power, said Sasuke. Naruto's dragon easily defeated the Uchihas and Namake's dragons, and then dissipated into a downpour. Yes, I expected more, said Naruto, and taking a step forward, in seconds he was with Sasuke and Menma. Was all Menma could say after he was instantly slammed into the ground. Menma, Sasuke shouted and activated his Manjiko. Wow, Manjiko, now this is going to be interesting, Naruto said and also activated the Manjiko. I didn't want to do this, but you forced me, Sasuke said and summoned a purple Susanoo skeleton. And that's all you can do, just summon a skeleton, Naruto said and called upon the smaller form of an impeccable Susanoo. This is power, said Menma, who was able to get up and helped Sakura get up. Menma, take Sakura away, I'll use him, Sasuke shouted. No, Sasuke doesn't need it, it's just a training fight, Sakura asked. You didn't understand me from the very beginning, I told you that the fight is real and I won't feel sorry for you. But instead of taking my words seriously, you did not fight at full strength and thereby lost, said Naruto. Not yet, Amaterasu, Sasuke shouted and blood flowed from his left eye. And black flames appeared on Naruto's Susan. Wow, the black flame of Amaterasu is very interesting, Naruto said and covered the place where the fire with chakra separated the flame from the Susanoo, thereby throwing it off. Impossible, said Menma. Well, I can just say that you still have to study and study, Naruto said and removed the Genjutsu in which team number 7 was. They didn't understand what was happening because a few seconds ago they were all wounded and were almost lying in their blood. It was a Genjutsu, Naruto explained. So we lost from the very beginning, as soon as we looked into your eyes, Menma said. And even my Manjikyu couldn't resist this Genjutsu, Sasuke said and fell to his knees, realizing that he was still far from ideal. Well, I can say that you could have dealt with some Raikage alone, so well done, Naruto praised everyone. Well, in order to resist you Naruto-sensei, we still have to grow and grow, Sakura said and raised Sasuke. Yes, now we understand why they give so much for your head, Menma said. Okay, you're probably tired, go home tomorrow, we'll continue training, Naruto said. Yes Naruto-sensei, team number 7 shouted and began to disperse. And our hero decided to go to the store to buy groceries for dinner. Half an hour passed and Naruto was already walking home when he saw Kakashi and Rin next to the shop where you need to win toys. Our hero stopped, not understanding everything that was happening. But he quickly came out of this state and approached them. Kakashi, it's so good that I met you, Naruto said and approached the couple. And Naruto, how is my team doing? Kakashi asked. I don't understand what you were afraid of, they couldn't even cope with my Genjutsu, Naruto answered. Well, this is your genjutsu, they come out of mine in a few minutes, said Kakashi. Where are you going now? Asked Naruto. Yes, let's go for a walk now. And you? Kakashi answered and immediately asked a question. I'll go to the Hokage for a task, Naruto answered. You wanted to rest for a week, why were you so suddenly drawn to the task? Hatake asked. I want to warm up, Naruto answered. Okay Naruto, we have to go, let's go Kakashi, said Rin, and taking Kakashi's hand they walked on. And Naruto remained in place, looking at their backs, not understanding what was happening to him. But quickly discarding unnecessary thoughts, he went to the Hokage for a task. Naruto quickly came to the Hokage, because our hero wanted to leave the village very quickly, without seeing Rin and Kakashi again. He entered the office without knocking, from which he almost got hit in the face with a bottle, but was able to dodge. Were they not taught to knock? Tsunade asked menacingly. Give me tasks of my level, Naruto asked, ignoring the Hokage's question. What is the urgency? Senju asked another question. I want to unwind, Naruto answered. Come tomorrow when you calm down, Tsunade said. I'm calm, just give me the tasks, Naruto asked and hit the table. What's wrong with you Naruto? I don't know you, something happened, Tsunade asked. No, just give me the tasks and that's it, Naruto answered. Okay, recently a Jinchuriki died near the waterfall village and their tailed one escaped. Your task is to seal their tailed one in this scroll, Tsunade explained and took out a small scroll. It will be done, Naruto said and took the scroll. He was about to leave, but he was stopped by Tsunade's hand. Maybe let Kakashi's team come with you, Tsunade asked. No, I can handle it myself, Naruto answered and disappeared into the Shunshin, leaving Tsunade alone. Naruto moved several kilometers beyond the village. Using sensory abilities, I found the seven tails in a few seconds, rushed towards him to let off some steam. A couple of hours later, Naruto stood in the center of a huge crater, in the guise of a flawless Susanoo over the body of the seven-tailed beast, which was trying with all its might to run away from Naruto, but nothing was working. Our hero sighed heavily and, removing the Susanoo, headed towards the seven tails. Approaching the tailed one, Naruto put his hand on it and then rested his head. Sorry, Naruto apologized to the seven tails and, taking out a scroll, instantly sealed it. After sealing, Naruto fell to the fifth tone and, holding his head, began to think about what was happening to him. He could not understand why he was in so much pain, or maybe he understood, he just didn't want to admit it. Naruto sat like that for several minutes, but discarding these thoughts, he opened a portal straight to the Hokage's office. Our hero walked through the portal and, once in Tsunade's office, threw the scroll on her desk. I completed the task, Naruto said and went out. Naruto, you're slowly killing yourself by not admitting that you love Rin. If you admit it, it will be much easier for you, Tsunade said. It seems to you, Aunt Tsunade, I only love myself, Naruto said and left the office. No, you've been hating yourself for a long time, Tsunade said into the void. Naruto walked through the streets of Konoha, not paying attention to anyone. He was just going home to have a drink and then go to bed and forget what happened to him. Our hero woke up with a severe headache. And opening my eyes, I realized that yesterday I had been drinking all evening, trying to forget Rin and Kakashi, but apparently it didn't work. Naruto got out of bed and went to the kitchen to drink water, otherwise the dryness of the morning began to torment him. And when he entered the kitchen, he saw a drunken Asuma who had fallen asleep on the table. Asuma, get up, Naruto and Asuma began to wake up. At this, Sarutobi reached out and opened his eyes to see Naruto in front of him. Naruto, where are we? Asked Asuma. We're at my house, Naruto answered. Naruto, yesterday I came to say that the cloud declared war on us, Asuma shouted. This is news from the very morning, Naruto said and sat down on a chair near Sarutobi. Yes, I was shocked yesterday, Asuma said and reached for a bottle of sake. So it's war, Naruto said and took a glass filled with sake. Yes, that's all Asuma said and also took a glass. Then let us win, Naruto said a toast and clinked glasses with Asuma and drank it all in one gulp of sake. Okay, we need to go to the Hokage, Asuma said and got up from the table. I agree, let's go, Naruto agreed and also got up from the table. Naruto and Asuma quickly got dressed and also quickly headed to the Hokage residence. They reached the residence in about 3 minutes and ran into the office and saw that all the jonins were already here. Our group made its way to the front rows and began to listen to Tsunade. Okay, everything is assembled. You all know that the cloud declared war on us, a stone also joined them, and fog and sand joined us. But the most important thing now is to meet the first squads of stone with a cloud, and that's what I'm proposing. Kakashi, Guy, and Asuma will organize squads that will destroy enemy squads, Tsunade said. What about Naruto? Kakashi asked. Naruto is our fighting power and he will, Tsunade wanted to answer, but she was interrupted. I will be the first to meet the Tsuchikage and the Raikage, interrupted Naruto and Tsunade. No, you will sit here, Tsunade forbade. You can't stop me from fighting, Naruto said. I'm your Kage, Tsunade raised her voice. To stop me, you will have to try, Naruto said and activated his Sharingan. So that's how it is, okay, Tsunade said and activated the Byakugo. Calm down, Shikaku asked and went to the center. Okay, they both said and deactivated their powers. Tsunade-sama, I believe that Naruto-san will be able to delay the Raikage and the Tsuchikage and therefore we must let him go, said Shikaku. You're crazy Shikaku, Tsunade roared. He's right Tsunade-sama, Naruto can stop the Raikage and Tsuchikage alone, Kakashi and Shikaku supported. We'll go with him, Neji said. Okay, Tsunade said. No, I'll go alone, Naruto said. Either you go with them or you don't go anywhere, said Tsunade. Okay, let's go, Naruto said and was about to leave, but he was stopped by Rin's hand. I'm going with you, you'll need a doctor, Rin said and smiled. I don't care, I'll wait for you in an hour at the main gate, Naruto said and pulled out his hand and left. An hour later, Guy's team, together with Rin, met with Naruto, and without saying anything to each other, they went after our hero. And at that time our hero was thinking how difficult it would be to deal with the Raikage and Tsuchikage with this extra burden. But Naruto was worried not only about this, but also about how he could protect Rin if he couldn't be there at a dangerous moment. Naruto's new team had been moving through enemy territory for several days. They stopped little, and mainly to avoid being caught by patrols and to get some sleep. Of course, once Anbu came across our team, but Naruto put a genjutsu on them, and thereby saved the situation. Well, now Naruto and the team made a stop. Not far from the command center, there was a cloud and a stone. Our hero, unlike the others, immediately began to prepare for battle, because he understood that he would have to fight not only with two Kage, but also with the brother of the Raikage, the Jinchuriki of the Eight Tails. Naruto-san, aren't you going to eat? Asked Neji, who entered our hero's tent. No, thanks Neji, but I don't want to, Naruto replied. If anything, we'll leave you a portion, Neji said and left. And Naruto was left alone with himself and began to think about a plan of action. After all, he understood that at least with the Kage, there would be their Anbu and Jonin of the village, so going into the open would be suicide. Naruto spent the whole night thinking, without sleeping a wink, and so that insomnia would not affect him, he took the pills that Orochimaru had once given him. Also, our hero decided not to take Na, Ten, Rock Lee, and Rin with him to the battle, fearing that they might not return home. And using the portal, he transferred them sleeping to Konoha. I don't know whether to tell you that his longest goodbye was with Rin. He couldn't leave his room because he understood that even with his strength he might not return. But after overcoming himself, he was still transported back. Our hero decided to destroy at least half of the shinobi and Kage guards with one blow. So, taking off above the commands, he began to make a very long series of seals. Suetun, bloody rain, Naruto said, making the last seal. And behind him, the clouds covered the sky. These clouds were red, as if in genjutsu, but it was in reality. As soon as the sky became completely invisible, a rain of bloody arrows fell from the heavens, which did not allow anyone to escape, and protection of a rank below A+ simply did not help. It rained for about 5 minutes, and when it stopped, Naruto saw countless corpses of shinobi and umbu. "Come down from heaven and fight me, Naruto," the Raikage shouted from the ground. "I'm already on my way," Naruto said to himself and, taking out a katana with a gunbai, began to fall down. And while he was falling, we were transported to Konoha, to Sasuke. The brunette woke up from an incomprehensible feeling in his chest and quickly jumped out of bed and began to get dressed. But suddenly something fell from the bed and, looking at what exactly it was, Sasuke began to cry because it was Shirsui's taunt. The brunette picked up the taunt and sat down on the bed. Sakura ran into the room, also in tears, and showed Sasuke the necklace that Naruto always wore. They sat like that for several minutes until they heard a knock on the door. Sasuke went to open it, and when he opened it, he saw Menma with Kakashi and Tsunade. Everyone entered the house and gathered in the living room. When everyone sat down, Tsunade took out a letter, and opening the letter began to read it. "I don't know what to write in my farewell letter. So I'll be frank. Yes, I smiled at you a little and said some kind words, but deep down I was always happy for your successes. I'll probably start with Sasuke, Sakura, and Menma, my students, although I didn't show it in that training battle. I was proud of you, because you have become so mature and strong. I'm glad that I was able to leave something behind." Now Tsunade, "Auntie, these lines were especially hard for me. I always remembered you wherever I was. And I remembered your words that a shinobi should always protect his village, and on the day when I lost my cloak, I protected you from Akatsuki. The appeal took a little longer. I just want to say I'm sorry that I didn't live up to your hopes. Well, here we go. Wait for the most important people in my life, Kakashi and Rin. I'll say one thing, Kakashi, make Rin happy, do what I couldn't. With love to all my huge family, your Naruto." In the end, I was already reading Sasuke, because after the lines about her, Tsunade roared into her pillow. And it wasn't just her, everyone was crying. "Kakashi, what's going on with you and Rin?" asked Tsunade, who suddenly calmed down. "Nothing, I don't know," Kakashi said, and then abruptly stopped and realized that that day when he was walking with Rin, Naruto regarded it as a date. Kakashi grabbed his head. "Well, Kakashi," Tsunade asked. "We have nothing with her, and Naruto that day when we were walking with her, he understood everything wrong," Kakashi answered and dropped his hands. "What are we going to do, since the Raikage won't leave a wet mark on Naruto?" Menma asked. "We will win this war in Naruto's memory, and if the Raikage destroys Naruto's body, we will wipe his village off the face of the earth," Tsunade replied and hit the table. Yes, everyone supported her. The company sat for a while and told each other all the good moments spent with Naruto. Naruto fell from the sky towards the remaining armies of the Raikage and Sasuke. While he was falling, he thought how much he could not say to Rin, because he would never see her again. And with a sad smile on his face, he activated his Sharingan, after which he fell, right into the very center of the enemy. "I'm ready for the last dance," Naruto said and rose from one knee, stood up to his full height, looking his enemy straight in the eyes, instilling fear. "Kill him," the Raikage commanded, and all the warriors rushed at Naruto. Our hero did not even allow himself to be hit, he killed all the shinobi before they struck. This would have continued for several hours if the most experienced and powerful shinobi of their village had not remained on the battlefield. He could already land several blows, but Naruto blocked or parried them all. So the battle went on for several more hours, until there were only a few people left standing on the battlefield, not counting Naruto. This was the personal guard of the Raikage and the head of the cloud himself with his brother, also the Tsuchikage with his personal guard. "As expected from the Black Death," said the Raikage. "By killing you too, I will end this war," Naruto said. "I'm not sure that you can do this, but you are selenium, but our shinobi were still able to wound you," said the Tsuchikage. "Funny old man, these are just scratches for me," said Naruto. "Enough of Daruri's talk, let's go ahead and kill him and we will win the war," the Raikage shouted and rushed into battle with his men. Raikage, you can't wait," said the Sasuke and also attacked Naruto. The battle with the Raikage and his men took place in close combat, but with the Sasuke things were more complicated because he attacked from a distance. Naruto blocked all the blows of the Raikage and his brother, while Darui bombarded Naruto with techniques. Suiton, explosive wave technique, Naruto said and blew a very thin stream of water at Darui. Raiten, Black Panther, Darui said and sent a Black Panther made of lightning into a stream of water. But this did not have the desired effect and the panther simply scattered, and a stream of water hit Darui, and even because of the panther, the water became electrified and caused double damage, causing Darui to fall like a bag to the ground. Darui, the Raikage shouted and attacked Naruto with renewed strength and fury. Raikan, said B, he wanted to strike Naruto, but he returned. Dust technique, pure atomic fission, that Sasuke said, and a white transparent square appeared in the place where Naruto had just been. Naruto quickly regrouped and summoned 3 toad bosses, Gamaken, Gamabunta, and Gamahiro. Naruto stood on Gamabunta's head and thought about what to do next, because if this goes our hero will have to use it. "Naruto, what are we doing?" asked Gamabunta. "You will deal with the Sasuke, and I will deal with the Raikage," Naruto answered. "Let's go guys, let's show them the power of Mount Myaboku," Gamabunta said and they headed towards the Sasuke. Naruto also jumped off the toad and landed in the place where the Raikage and B were waiting for him. "Raikan," he shouted, and used his signature technique on Naruto. "Susanoo," Naruto said and blocked the technique. The brothers jumped away from Naruto, and the brunette removed his Susanoo and took hold of his left eye. But realizing that the hesitation could cost him his life, he immediately took a fighting stance. "B, let's finish this," Hei said. "Yes, bro," B said and began to transform into the 8-tailed one. "I see, it's impossible without this," Naruto said and his hand began to become covered with something black. "I won't leave a wet spot behind you," said B and completely turned into the 8 tails. "Darkness, level 6 black dragon," Naruto said and darkness enveloped him. And after a couple of seconds, a black dragon the size of an 8-tailed one appeared on the battlefield. "Kill this monster B," the Raikage shouted. "Tailed bomb," B said and released a huge tailed bomb at Naruto. "Darkness, last flight," Naruto said and sent the dragon towards the bomb. And he stayed behind him and covered himself with a Susan. A couple of seconds later there was a huge explosion that destroyed several kilometers of forest. Naruto was unable to protect himself from such a powerful explosion and was now sitting, leaning on a stone. This explosion deprived our hero of his left arm, and his whole body was in terrible wounds, and it couldn't even be called a body. "Is it really all over?" asked Naruto. "Yes, my friend," answered Kurama, who remained silent for a long time. "Oh, at the end of my life, you decided to talk to me, what a joy," Naruto said. "They said that using the black dragon would kill you, but you still used it," Kurama said. "Come on Kurama, I was already supposed to die in a few years, even if I didn't use this power," Naruto said. "Why are you leaving now without seeing her?" asked Kurama. "Yes, well, if I could see her, I would say that I love her," Naruto answered and began to close his eyes. "I won't leave you, and I'd rather go for rebirth," Kurama said. "Thank you, Ku, you are a true friend," Naruto said and almost closed his eyes when he saw a yellow flash. And Minato and Rin appeared in front of him. When the girl saw Naruto's body, she couldn't believe that this was the man she had always seen as a strong and confident shinobi. Tears began to fall from Rin's face. "I don't understand why." "Naruto," Minato said, he couldn't believe it was Naruto. "I don't believe it, this is a bad dream," Rin said, simultaneously approaching Naruto's body. "Rin," Naruto croaked. "Naruto," Rin shouted, and rushed to Naruto and began using all the medical jutsu she knew. "It's useless. Rin won't help him anymore," said Minato. "No, I can save him," Rin shouted. "Rin, I love you," Naruto said with the last of his strength and wiped Rin's tears. Naruto, I love you too, Rin said and kissed Naruto, but he could not return the kiss. Rin sat with Naruto for several hours, believing that he would get up and, as always, with a straight face, they would go home together, as she had dreamed of. Naruto found himself in some white place. Everything around Naruto was white. He began to look around to understand where he was. Where am I? Naruto asked into the void. And after this question, Tusher and Hashigi appeared in front of Naruto, who looked very unhappy. Naruto understood why they were unhappy and decided to accept the punishment for what it was. Naruto, we are glad to see you, Hashigi said and smiled. But you left too early, said Tusher. I defended what I loved to the last, and I don't really regret it, Naruto said. Yes, we know you're great, but you acted selfishly with Rin, Tusher reminded. But now she is in no danger, the war is over, said Naruto. No, Akatsuki continued the war and they want to revive the ancient creature of the Ten Tails, said Hashigi. They won't be able to, Kurama died with me and in order for him to return to the world they need to wait at least several years, said Naruto. No, they can take the chakra that is left from the old Jinchuriki and then they will be able to revive the Ten Tails, said Tusher. This is an infection, Naruto said and fell on his fifth point. Naruto, don't worry, they will cope because they have children of the prophecy, said Tusher. Yeah, awesome, Naruto said and stood up. How can I watch Rin or the others? Naruto asked. Just close your eyes and think about this person, Tusher replied. Naruto closed his eyes and thought about Rin, and he saw Rin in the desert with other shinobi. They were looking at the resurrected second Sasuke, but Naruto did not understand where he was from. Naruto, open your eyes, Tusher said and Naruto opened his eyes. You're glowing, said Hashigi. What could this mean? Naruto asked. This means that someone used unholy resurrection on you and you will return to the world of the living, Tusher answered. Then I'll see Rin, then go ahead, Naruto said. Naruto closed his eyes and waited to be reunited with Rin. After a couple of minutes, Naruto opened his eyes and saw a huge united army of shinobi in front of him, and another person next to him. Madara, Naruto said in disbelief. Why do you want a guy? Madara asked and looked at Naruto. It's really you, I don't believe it. What else is going on here? Asked Naruto. You and I were called to fight against the Shinobi Alliance, Madara explained the situation. I understand, but I refuse, Naruto said and covered half the distance to the alliance in one jump, after which he turned to Madara. So you can't be controlled by this pathetic person, it's good for me to have someone to dance with today, Madara said. Yes, I also want to test what I can do without restrictions, Naruto said and immediately activated his Manjikyu Sharingan. Naruto, we're alive, Kurama asked. No, I was resurrected and apparently you were with me, but that's not the main thing now, we'll fight him, Naruto answered. Madara, then we'll give it our all, Kurama said and began to give chakra to Naruto. Well, let's start, Madara said and in a second we closed the distance to Naruto. At this, our hero smiled and took out his katana and began to fight with all his might against Madara, who did not expect such power. And realizing that this was no ordinary shinobi in front of him, he activated his Manjikyu, after which he also began to hit with full force. The battle of these two was invisible to the ordinary eye, and even for the Manjikyu Sasuke it was something beyond. Well, our hero smiled as he delivered more and more blows, and the Uchiha also smiled widely, because no one except Hashirama could entertain him so much, and now another person appeared. Their sword fight did not last long, for about 10 minutes. And when they decided to go at a long distance, Naruto took advantage of the moment when Madara was burping and launched a katana at him with all his might. The katana pierced the Uchiha's heart, but he did not pay attention to it and simply took out the katana, then threw it back to Naruto. If I were alive and you pulled this off, you would have already won, Madara said. You would have had time to block this attack with your Susan. Why didn't you do that? Naruto asked. Because I didn't have time, even people like me make mistakes, Madara answered. I see, was all Naruto said. Kato, great fiery destruction, Madara shouted and blew out a huge wall of fire. Suiton, tsunami, Naruto shouted and blew out the same wall of water as Madara. The walls of fire and water collided, after which they began to fight among themselves who was stronger. This went on for about 5 minutes, after which the fire died down and the water went further towards Madara, but he was able to dodge it. You are strong both in close combat and in techniques, but can you resist this? Madara said, using Susanoo, he made a seal of concentration. What is he doing? Naruto asked. Naruto, look up, Kurama shouted. Naruto looked up and saw a huge meteorite rushing towards him. I see, that means you can give it your all, Naruto said and used an impeccable Susan, which began to destroy the meteorite with its green drill. What will you do with the second one? Madara asked. I'll destroy it with one blow, Naruto answered and used the Dark Devourer technique, after which he hit the meteorite and began to absorb it. It's incredible, this is the first time I've seen a person who can do this, Madara was surprised. Naruto devoured the entire meteorite and removed the Susanoo, after which he landed back near Madara, who already had a Rinnegan burning instead of a Manjiko. Rinnegan, Naruto said. Oh, you know about these eyes, very well, Madara said. I fought with the owner of these eyes, Naruto said. Well then, let's start our second dance, Madara said. Madara-sama, it's time for us to go, said the masked guy who appeared behind Madara. Okay, Madara said. Leave already, Madara-san, Naruto asked. Yes, but we'll see each other again, Madara replied and disappeared with the guy in the mask. At this, Naruto deactivated his Sharingan and turned to the Shinobi Alliance, who visibly tensed. Our hero just raised his hand up showing a thumbs up. From this gesture, the Shinobi relaxed, realizing that he was for them. Our hero went to a meeting with the Alliance, and at the same time thought about what words to choose for the meeting with Rin. But before he had time, Rin was already running to meet him. This is an infection, Naruto swore. Rin ran to Naruto in a few seconds and jumped into his arms. Our hero easily caught the girl and began to hug her like it was the last time. Naruto, you're back, Rin said, crying. Well, you can say that, Naruto answered, also crying. Rin pulled away from Naruto's embrace and looked at her with an incomprehensible look. Naruto, I love you, Rin said and kissed our hero, and Naruto did not resist and answered the girl. The kiss lasted several minutes, but the couple's air did not last forever, so they broke away from each other. I love you too, Rin, Naruto reciprocated and hugged the girl again. Our heroes did not pay attention to Sasuke with Sakura and Menma who were standing nearby and not to Tsunade who had just arrived. Ahem, Tsunade coughed to attract attention, and she succeeded. Naruto looked at her. Auntie, I'm glad to see you, Naruto said. And you, just not in this form, Senju said in a sad voice. Don't worry about it, I was in a better world and was looking out for you all, Naruto said. What good is it that you are dead, Naruto-sensei, Menma asked. You're right, I did something stupid by leaving so early, but I saved many lives and didn't let them leave early, Naruto said. Listen, can you talk to him later, but for now Naruto and I will talk about our own things, Rin asked. Okay, everyone answered and left, leaving the couple alone. Sorry, Naruto said. For what? Asked Rin. For everything I did, I shouldn't have pushed you away. In short, Naruto wanted to say something else, but Rin interrupted him with her kiss. No matter what you do, I will always forgive you, Rin said, breaking the kiss. To this, Naruto just smiled, and Rin answered him. The couple stood like that for another 5 minutes, and holding hands they went to the others. Naruto and Rin sat by the fire enjoying each other's company. It seemed to them that there was no one else in this world except them. Naruto hugged the girl closer to him, afraid that he would wake up and she would disappear. Naruto, what are you doing? Rin asked. I'm afraid of losing you, I don't want you to go into the pure world after me, Naruto answered. Well, how can I be here without you? I can't live without you, Rin said and buried herself in our hero's shoulder. I understand, but death is not an option, Naruto said. What's the solution then? The girl asked and looked at our hero. Move on with your life, Naruto answered and smiled and kissed Rin. They sat like that for several more hours until dawn came and our hero brought the sleeping girl into her tent. Having put her to bed and kissed the rulers, he left the tent, and he headed to the Valley of Completion, where Madara should wait for him. There's nothing you want to tell me? Tsunade asked looking at Naruto's back. Yes, I want to ask you to take care of her and not cry for me anymore, because when I see your tears, it also hurts me. Learn to live without me, I will always look after you, Naruto answered. Yes, Naruto-sensei, said team number 7, who was already standing next to Tsunade. Naruto turned to this and saw all his friends, teachers, everyone he values. They tried to hide their tears, but they couldn't. I asked you not to cry, Naruto said. Sorry, they all said at once. In conclusion, I'll just say this, I love all of you and value you very much. Thank you for being with me all this time, Naruto finished and disappeared into the Shunshin. Naruto appeared in the Valley of Completion, where Madara was already waiting for him. The Uchiha was sitting near his statue and cleaning his weapons, when suddenly Naruto appeared near the statue of Hashirama. I thought you wouldn't pass away, Madara said and stood up from the stones. Sorry for the delay, I was just a little busy, Naruto said. Okay, come on, I'll quickly kill you and then create my ideal world, Madara said and took a stronger weapon. I won't let you destroy my old world, Naruto said and took out a katana with a gunbai and stood in a stance. I can handle you even without a renegade, Madara shouted and attacked Naruto. To this, our hero only activated his Sharingan and began to block all the Uchiha's blows. The fight between these two was magnificent, with techniques that could destroy a village even in its weakest form, but here two masters of their elements simply destroy hectares of forest. They have also used the flawless Susanna against each other more than once, their strengths were equal. Until Naruto used the power of darkness and kurama. Madara used the Rinnegan to do this. After using his trump cards, several hours passed, and our hero stood barely alive without an arm and one eye. During the battle, Madara used the Rinnegan to completely resurrect himself and Naruto, for a more crazy dance, but let's not get distracted. Madara was no longer standing on his feet, he was already sitting with his back to the fragment of the statue of his head. The Uchiha had monstrous wounds that could no longer regenerate, and his hair was already covered in blood, both his and Naruto's. Let's finish all this already, Madara groaned. Sweet ton, water pistol, Naruto said and, forming a pistol with his fingers, fired a small bullet into Madara's forehead. I didn't come back in vain, Madara said his last words before the bullet hit him in the middle of his forehead. Naruto just smiled and sat down near the stone, received information from his two clones that Obito and Zetsu were dead. To this, he just smiled and, feeling a pleasant warmth, looked at his left hand, which was missing. I'll help you, so be it, Kurama said and began to heal Naruto's wounds. Thank you, Ku, was all Naruto could say. Don't sleep, you still need to return to the others, the fox shouted. I'm afraid there won't be enough chakra to move, Naruto said. I'll give you chakra so you can do it without me, Kurama said and gave him some chakra. Thank you again, Ku, Naruto said and, getting to his feet, immediately moved with the help of a Shunshin to the Suna. Naruto found himself in a Suna not far from the camp, he was a few steps away from it, apparently there was not enough chakra to move completely. And he just tutade and hobbled on his own 2 feet to the camp. But unexpectedly for himself, he saw the entire Team 7 running towards him from the camp, followed by Tsunade and Kakashi, but Rin quickly got ahead of everyone and ran to Naruto in a few seconds. You're an idiot, why did you leave without me? Rin began to swear and at the same time treat Naruto's eye. Sorry, Naruto apologized. Okay, we'll talk at home, said Rin. So now we live together, Naruto said and closed his eye. But after returning to the village, you and Rin got married, said Minato, who appeared behind everyone. Okay, I'm all for it, and you, Rin, will become my wife, Naruto asked and looked at the girl. Yes, because I love you Naruto, Rin said and kissed our hero. Everyone lived happily ever after. In short, I made a good ending again. I don't understand how I got out of this complete ass with his death. But it is what it is. All the best to everyone and see you next story. This is the end guys.